Hello, everybody. How you doing? How's it going? Hope you're good. Welcome. Happy Saturday. What's everybody up to this weekend? How's your week been and stuff? Can't lie, I've had an intense one. I've had a bit of an intense one. I'm not gonna lie. Seriously, there's a lot going on. But I look forward to Saturday, so I get to do this. Yeah, if you're here, say hi in the chat and everything. Oh, let me even just turn on Instagram. Hey Instagram, hope you're good. Let me just pop in the link for Instagram as well. If you guys want to join in the conversation, come on over to YouTube. Right, where is it? Oh my god. Like, I don't even know how I'm functioning at the moment. I'm not gonna lie. I've just got so much going on, and I know I owe you guys like a bit of a life update, which I will probably do soon. But yeah. Hey people, hey Sonia, hey Ronka, hey Dami, hey Ria, hey Sora. Hope you guys are all good and stuff. Oh, not me not putting on my gloss. Hey, it's my opinion. It's my opinion. How you doing? No, I have to say I can't be doing glossless. I don't do that. That's not my style. I get a little lips juicy. Do you know what I mean? I was just doing some last tweaks and stuff. So let me tell you from now. So last week we done the what's it called? The form and stuff, which was loads of fun. I have not had time to go through the results yet. Hey Jordan, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Hope you're good as well. I've not had chance to get through the results yet, so you're gonna have to bear with me. And I'll be honest with you, I've got a lot of my life is a lot right now. Do you know what I mean? So just please bear with me. I know you guys are nice anyway, so yeah, just give me grace at the moment, man, because it's just a little bit too much. It's a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just doing what I can at the moment and like trying not to overstress myself too much. Do you know what I mean? So just bear with me on that. And then I'll have the girl version soon as well. See, that's much better. Much better on the glossy gloss. Oh God. So yeah, it's a lot. Okay, like let me even get my thingy. So Love is Blind UK season 2. Oh my gosh. There's been this season, yeah. I've been doing my Googles. I've been doing my findings. Yeah. And we'll get into it. But Patrick? I don't know who sent him. Seriously. It's my opinion. Says, have you ever thought of going on Love is Blind yourself, Shana? You'll be a great candidate. Do you think? That's very sweet for you to say. The only thing is, because there was a chance you might not get matched with someone, that would really, really annoy me. And also, you could be Yolanda, right? Who, in the promo, you saw her there, like it looked like it was going to be like, okay, cool, we got some representation, young black girl there, only seen in her in cutaways, only seeing her like, supporting people, only seeing people being rude to her because what the hell was Sophie on? It was a lot. I don't want to be that either. I just really don't want to be that. Yeah. Maths is probably more my bag, but we'll talk about that another time. seriously. Honestly, lady, how you doing? Did you watch the Honestly, on Instagram is saying, I watched the whole thing one go, you really enjoyed it. Oh, good. There's a lot going on. There really is a lot going on. Yeah, I don't know. She's like supporting cast. So maybe we'll see her at a couple of the people's weddings if they happen. Yeah, maybe we'll see her, but I'm really not sure. I think it's just such a waste. And I really just think that they're missing a trick on like showing what happens to the other people, like show the other stories, Hey Lady Lyrics, how you doing? Jordan's like, I have the results. Josh and Jack Fowler tied for first, and I was maybe. Thank you, Sora. Sora saying, hope you're getting enough rest with what you have going on. I am trying. I really am trying. I really am. So Dammy, the thing is, yeah, you see, like one of the things is if you have applied to a show, you can't really talk about it. So yeah. So there's that. Hey Saf, how you doing? Oh, thank you so much, Saf. Oh, I'm looking lovely. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I hope you're good. I hope your holiday was good as well, Saf. I hope you had a great time. Elsid, hey Elsid, how you doing? Guys, I've missed you. I'm not gonna lie. Doing one show a week it doesn't even feel right. It doesn't even feel right at all. But yes, as Elsid has said, please guys like the live. If you're not already following me, make sure you're following me. Yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a live, you know. And then also as well, like if you're in the Instagram chat as well, kind of thing, let me know if you want to be a collaborator so you can send messages as well. I like the other black lady, but things went left with her. Yes, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. Seriously. Jordan says you have the personality and intelligence. Oh, thanks. Chat would be great. You would match for sure. I feel like it would be a man like our dear Cameron. You think that was if anyway. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But you know how they like to play with us. So I'm not too sure. Oh, been covering this too. Have you been covering it too, Elsie? Okay, cool. So you can let me know your thoughts as well. Hold on, let me just get up the right notes here because I've just started a new doc. Yes, I have been on a dating show. Thank you for reminding people, Sonia. Thank you. Can rely on Sonia to remind people. Seriously, that was a long time ago when I was very young and impressionable. Oh, Honesty Lady said, I felt sorry for Demola. Yes, so did I. I can't lie. It might be a historical moment for me because with Demola, I actually shed a tear. Like I was so sad for him. Like I really was. But yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. So yeah, guys, as I said, make sure you like, subscribe, do all that good thing and stuff. I really need to do more. It's coming anyway, but I think I'm gonna start a Discord. So just so you know, I might be doing that. I'm gonna start my membership soon as well, like probably sooner than you think. And I've decided I'm actually gonna do my own pod as well. I am. It's coming very soon. But you guys gotta bear with me because it might be a little bit janky. It might be a little bit, not so smooth in the beginning, but we'll take baby steps because I really didn't want to do something that, do you know what I mean? That wasn't gonna, I don't know, like be on the level of where I've come from, I guess, kind of thing. But I have to be realistic in terms of like what my means are at the moment. So I'm gonna take it step by step. Do you know what I mean? So that's what's gonna happen. Yeah, so it's coming. Yes, Dammy. I swear to God, Street Mate should be in like a Hall of Fame or somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Also as well, sorry, that was one thing about Demola. He is also part of 90s babies community. So apparently he's part of their Discord and stuff and things like that, which made me even think like, oh my God, like you're like close. Do you know what I mean? Like I felt for him so bad. I really felt for him. But yeah, so today we're going to talk about this. We're also going to do a little bit like what's happening in UK, Love Island as well. A little bit, I guess. A little bit about USA because that reunion is coming up too as well. So yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. We really do. What are people saying? Oh, thank you, Jordan. Jordan said, no fear, my dear. What's for you is for you. Move towards, but please don't get overwhelmed. Yes, no, definitely. I'm very, very trying to hold on to that as much as possible. Sonia said, I feel like Demola is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Really? Oh, yes. Yeah, we're going to talk about all of the Javen as well. What's a Discord? So a Discord is like, what? How would you describe a Discord? Discord is like, it's like a platform where you can have like people chat about different things. So you can, it's almost like having like a more sophisticated version of WhatsApp or something like that, I would say. Did I watch Billy Kiss episode? Yes, I did, Keisha. Hey, Keisha, how you doing? Oh, nice. But yes, I did. Yeah. So 90s Baby is a podcast and he is part of their community. So do you know what I mean? Yeah. Billy Kiss, I love Billy Kiss. She was on it. What if you haven't watched that episode, watch that episode. It was really, really good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I watched Orlandria on, is it Miley Cyrus's mum's podcast or something? Like, what's the Cyrus or something? That was interesting. Yes, thank you, Elsa. That's a better description. It's like IG. So I think I'm going to do that because I feel like I don't know about the WhatsApp thing. I don't know. I've been thinking about it, but like, yeah, I think Discord might be better. Hey, Jay. He said, hey, Sean, I miss you, girl. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. Beautiful, looking beautiful to everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, we're going to get Sorry with Cyrus. Thank you, Maya. Hi, how are you doing as well? Thank you so much. Yeah, that's right. I watched that and I thought it was lovely. I really did. Oh, Javen. Yes, you're right, Onadu. Yes, Javen has posted a video explaining the situation, but it didn't really explain much to me. Anyway, okay, let's get into it. Right. Where is my, because you know I've got a little presentation for everything that I do. So right, I know I didn't do like a pre-cast like breakdown. I didn't do that. I didn't have time to do that. But so we're just gonna really focus on the people that are actually in the show, plus Yolanda, plus her. Because she'll get a little mention. So in terms of the girls, the main girls that are obviously in the show are Aanu, who's 29. She's the singer. Sophie. Some of you guys are going to know this already anyway because you watched it, but for the people that haven't, Sophie, she's 28. She's a senior commercial manager. Megan, 28, dancer and fitness instructor. Sarover, who is 29, a medical company owner. Sorry, I should point out Sarover, can't even say it again now. Sarover is Indian, by the way. Aanu is Nigerian. Bada is Kosovan. She's 32, sells marketing. That's what she does. Ashley, she's cabin crew and she's 30. Katisha, I think she is, her mum is like what, Spanish and Jamaican, I think. And I don't even know where her dad is from actually. But she's mixed and she's 31 and she's from Scotland. And Yolanda, who I just felt sad, so I just added her because I wanted her to get more screen time. So annoying. And then we have the guy, so Cal, who's 32. He is mixed race. He is white and Pakistani. He's 32. He's a gym owner. Sorry, Jed. He's 31. He's Lebanese and white. He's mixed as well. Javen, I think he's Jamaican, right? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. He's 28 and a health coach. Demola, who is 30, I think he's Nigerian. Yes, he is Nigerian. What am I talking about? I know he's Nigerian. Kieran, he's 28. He's a gaming entrepreneur. Billy, 35. I believe he's Irish and he's an army physical trainer. And Patrick, who's 33, and he's a human design coach. And Patrick is half Nigerian, half Jamaican as well. So now, if you're in our Instagram group, I think it was Sora who mentioned about his title, about who he, I think it was you, Sora, let me know. But like, or Gilda, one of you two, who mentioned Patrick's job, like human design coach. And at that point, I think I looked it up. And it kind of was giving me like, oh, he's a bit of a life coach, right? Do you know what I mean? Or like a fancy way of saying that kind of thing. After I've watched these first season, I think these first episodes, I think I watched like maybe episode 1 and 2, and I was just like, nah, something's off. Something's off with Patrick. Something is off with Patrick. I don't care. Like, something is absolutely off with Patrick. So I thought to myself, let me look closer into it, because obviously the whole thing with Patrick, he's talking about he follows his spleen. Yeah. The spleen was off. Yes, Elsie. In fact, the spleen was off. I went down a rabbit hole. But anyway, let me even go step by step. So Patrick is what do you call it? Talking to, what's her name? Aanu, right? On paper, these guys looked good. Listen to your spleen. Oh, so Jordan is saying it's so upsetting that it's only season 2 and they've already dropped the entire point of the experiment. They should not be disclosing nationality or heritage on comparing themselves to Barbie. Yes. I agree with you. And I was just like, what is going on? Now, I think I saw someone else on TikTok talk about this too. And I think it's only one girl, I think she was white and Asian, I can't remember her name, that I remember saying like, oh, and also Nicole. So one girl in the US, I remember, she saying like, I don't want to tell you like my mother's name because it's going to give away my heritage. I remember that. And also, what do you call it? Nicole, when she was talking to that weird guy, tall guy, when she didn't want to reveal what she looked like as well. So yeah, I think I don't know what I was thinking why, and I was just like, is this like new rules they're putting in or something? Because there has been like a lot of backlash behind the scenes. There has been Taylor, yes, Sora, thank you. Yes, thank you so much. And Sam, yeah, I think like, is this like from before, and like the court cases and all that kind of stuff, maybe this is one of the measures where they're being a little bit more relaxed on those types of things, so you can get a true sense of the person that you're talking to. I wondered why. Yeah, I mean, if I was in it, I would like that for me, because I would want to know. Do you know what I mean? But I wondered whether there was something there. And yes, I agree with you. Patrick is giving cult vibes, 100%. I was just like, this guy cannot be real. What is a human design coach? Actually, it doesn't really make any sense. And he keeps on repeating this this phrase, like my spleen, my spleen, my spleen. And yeah, it's really, really giving cultish. I think he is potentially, I don't even know, like allegedly like in a cult. I don't know. Like, I used to watch this podcast called A Little Bit Culty, and they say look for the signs. And when I looked into what human design is, yeah, it's giving cult vibes. It really is. Like, it was invented by this guy. Let me even just let's even just talk about it. So it was invented by this guy called Ra. I think his original name was Robin, back in 1994 or something around that, when he was allegedly high on psychedelics in Ibiza. And apparently all this information downloaded to him. And yeah, but when you unpick it, it looks like he has borrowed things from, you know, like other religions and other organizations, like what's it called? Scientology, and like some ancient stuff as well. And he's put them all together to create this framework, and maybe stolen some of the framework from someone else as well. It's just really, if you look into it, it's really bad. There's not many people talking about it on YouTube, where I primarily looked, in terms of it being a cult, but there is a couple. I came across this black lady, young lady, and like basically this all died down, but there was a resurgence of it in the pandemic. So a lot of the videos are like 5 years old, like 4 years old, and it's given what do you call it? PLM, like a pyramid scheme. It's given that kind of vibe. And when you're like a coach level, you're basically kind of doing recruitment, allegedly. So it does seem like it's one big friggin' advert for what he's doing to get people interested in it. And yeah, yes, it's culty. It's giving real strong cult vibes. And I was just like, oh my God, this is really terrible. And one of the things that this organization has been accused of doing is really targeting vulnerable women as well. So yeah, and they have allegedly, again, like things like where you have this chart similar to like an astrology chart, but it's for like your life, yeah, and it pulls from different things as well. So, and you have like these different sections, so you can be say, I'm going to use like what we know. So you can be like an Aries, for example, but you have like a gate 32 or something like that. And this chart maps out who you are no matter what. And some people, the way you're categorized are like, oh, you should only be a person that's invited to speak. And actually, some categories you are seen as like the slaves of the universe and that sort of thing. So you can't have autonomy over how you think or how you move. And it's like, oh, sorry, because I'm an Aries Elsid, that's why. Twinning. I love that. But yeah, there's layers to it. There's a lot going on, and I'm scared. And I just don't know why producers would pick someone who's aligned with this type of thing. It is wild to me. It is absolutely wild. But yeah. Yeah. It's seriously, it's not I guess like, yeah, you don't know whether you are fully in a mentally safe space. And I'm not particularly religious or spiritual in any sort of way, but I do dip and dab sometimes, that kind of thing. And I come from a very religious family, and like I just thought, you know what, Aanu, you're being protected right now. You're being protected. Like, don't worry about this, don't cry, you're absolutely being protected. So yeah, he's just because he's good looking. Oh, I guess, yeah, that's why they're picking him. They said on the after show on Netflix, and Sonia said she dated Sonia said she paid for it, and he never mentioned his spleen. He claims his DMs are packed, and I doubt that. I wouldn't be surprised if they were packed. I wouldn't be surprised, because he's talking, and those types of people are looking for a particular type of woman. A particular type of woman that doesn't really know herself, who is searching for answers, who is vulnerable in some sort of way, who's looking for guidance. That's the type of woman that he's looking for. And I think like he is presenting himself to someone who doesn't have discernment, I guess, that kind of thing, or even just vulnerable in general. He's presenting himself as someone with answers, that he's talking about this thing, and it's just like, even Aanu herself, right? She was just like, oh, spleen, what's that? Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, I've never heard that before. You know, it piqued her curiosity. He knew exactly what he was doing. And I think it does speak to a particular type of people. Because Holy, hey, how you doing? You're right. Elsie said, then why pick Aanu who is about her Bible? Because they have that commonality. And there's a lot of these people, from what I can see online, who are Christians as well. So they are Christians and they do human design too. So like that was the commonality, and that's how he can try and reel her in, you know? And I think he would just do, like, if that was set to continue, I have a feeling that he was never going to take it further. He was never, ever, ever going to take it further. It was just about getting as much airtime as possible and then dipping out. Like, I think it was just one big, massive advert for, this is what I do, come and talk to me. Yeah, exactly, holy moly. That's what we was just saying. It's my opinion said, how on earth did Patrick get to this point, having a Nigerian Jamaican parent? What the hell is this? The nonsense he's told his family. I just I just don't know. It needs to get off my screen. You know, anyone can be susceptible to cult-like behavior. I mean, yeah. Do you know what I mean? It happens to the best of us. It really does. Now, personally, I have not been in a cult, but it does happen to the best of us. It happens to people who are, you know, can be disenfranchised, like vulnerable, as I've said, like, you know, just searching for answers, not getting so much meaning in life, and it's not presented. So when I started looking, what I started seeing first was like, okay, this is general, right? Do you know what I mean? It was general information, and then it started getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So it doesn't happen overnight. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it's also, I don't believe that Christianity and proper human design is compatible, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, from what I can see, probably not, but I feel like there will be a version that can make it work. Do you know what I mean? That they will get you in by that, you know? Jordan said that makes me sad. I will never forget Jonestown. He's triggering. Oops, Jonestown. What was Jonestown, Jordan? I feel like I know that, but I can't remember off the top of my head. The boiling of the frog technique, little by little, exactly, holy moly. Because there was this one woman, I was watching her training, right? And she was like giving an explanation, because I wanted to know, because first of all, I started at what is a spleen? Let me break it down for you guys. I started at what is a spleen. I didn't really know what a spleen was, to be honest. I thought it was like lower down in the body. It's under your rib cage on the right side. It's about, do you know what I mean? Like 5 to 7 inches long or something like that. And it's a filter. It recycles your blood cells, and it kind of like gets rid of nasties and that sort of thing, and recycles things. And but you can live without it. You will be susceptible to some diseases and stuff like that, or not, or more susceptible to diseases and things like that, but you can live without it. So I started there, and then there was a particular phrase that he used, his splenic awareness. So I started searching that, and that's how I got onto like, oh, these are trainings in human design, and every kind of channel that I saw was like human design this, human design that. So I was just like, oh, okay, what's this? Like human design. And then it was just like, oh, I fear this might be a cult. That's what it is. Because I'm just like, human design is such like a everyday phrase, almost like you can, you know, it can really be seen as normal, like, you know, like human design. Like, why would you think anything of that? You wouldn't think anything of it, really. But yeah, and then halfway through this training of this one person, this one woman, then she drops in the raw guy, the guy that founded it. Like she was just like, oh, you've got this far, like now this was founded by or downloaded by this raw guy when he was in Ibiza, but you know, if you're not into that, that's okay. And then goes on to the next bit. It was just a couple of seconds, and I was just like, oh, the Kool-Aid guy. Oh, okay. Damn, he says if I was part of casting, Patrick would not have been casted. Absolutely not. Mai said he probably just wanted to promote his brand and lure part of the audience. I don't think it was his plan to go all the way. Same, Maya. I'm 100% with you. I think this was by design. Like literally, it was just about how many times can I say my splenic awareness? How many times can I say that? How many times can I hook people in and get people talking about it? Because I know it's probably going to make the cut. Yeah, okay, holy moly. Jeez. Oh, excuse me. Holy is also saying Kendra, the Coco lady, who claimed she fell in love with the psychiatrist, is into human design. Really? Oh, well, that explains a lot. That explains a lot. Jim Jones stuff make grandmas tell us don't drink anyone's Kool-Aid. Yeah, 100%. Jeez. Okay, so yeah, so Aanu and Patrick, their journey. So yeah. Obviously, as I said, she's Nigerian, she's a singer, she's a Christian. She does they did refer to a lot of their parents as immigrants and stuff, which I usually, I mean, it is true, but they don't usually talk about it that way, kind of thing. But she was talking about her mom's an immigrant and stuff, and like she's done good and everything like that, and she just wants to kind of get to the next stage of her life, and be married and stuff. And he did start talking about his splenic awareness like quite early on, and it was really pissing me off. I'm just looking at my notes, and it was just like, what is this? It's really pissing me off. He did also say that he went to Nigeria for a year in year 7, and that he was brought up Christian, as I said. And I was thinking, because someone asked a question about like how did he even get here, being a Jamaican and Nigerian. I wouldn't be surprised of him being shipped having something to do with it, because I think like he may have felt like there was a part of my life where I had no control, so now I'm going to have control over my life. I think it might be as simple as that. Aanu did ask him about like sex before marriage and everything like that. He did say that he didn't want to wait, but he would wait for her. And my notes are here saying like, is he a Hotep? I think there's something deeply, this was episode 2, by the way, and I was thinking in my notes like there's something deeply unserious about this guy. And then I think after I watched episode 2, that's when I saw Storytime Ricky's breakdown that this guy has a whole, allegedly, child. Has a whole child. Like, you what? So allegedly, while this guy was going through this process, his ex, I think her name was Lara, had a whole baby. Had his whole baby. And I think the baby is now currently 4 months old or something, which is insane, which is absolute. Yes, it's my opinion. Like, I was just like, you what? Ricky always gets the tea. She always gets it piping friggin' hot. Seriously. Oh, Undo, I am. Sorry, I haven't watched most of my comments on YouTube. So if you want to pop over here, that would be great so I don't miss them. Baby is 4 months. 4 months years old. It is. And the baby is not quiet. No, the baby is not quiet. Where did I have oh God, where is it? I thought I put it. Oh, I did somewhere. Here we go. So it started to be, this is what I'm saying. This is why God bless Storytime with Ricky, because she gets the story out. It was picked up by Cosmopolitan as well. Wait, let me even play Ricky's one. Where is it? Let me 1 second. Because that would be, oh my God. Hold on. Sorry. I need the elevator music. Here we go. Right. So let's watch this real quick. No, she's brilliant. She's absolutely brilliant. Like, guys, follow her on all platforms. She's amazing, and she's always gets receipts.
This man the minute
what's going on here? Bro, why is the audio not playing?
Saw that linen shirt. And when he kept talking about trusting his spleen, I knew my spleen had guided me into the direction that he was full of shit. This is a prime example of knowing a shoe doesn't fit and trying to force your foot in it anyway. Because I feel like Aanu's spleen, her spleen probably told her like, there's something off about this guy. He's too spiritual. He's too weird. He's too rocky, elemental. Like, you can't trust a live off the land type motherfucker. And I feel like she knew it, but she kept trying to rationalize it and be like, oh, like, and try and transition it into Christianity. He was not talking about Christianity. He was talking about rocks and candles and shit. You know what I mean? And she kept trying to make it make sense to her. Like, well, I'm more spiritual than him. No, bitch. No. No, you not. I bet you he lives in a forest somewhere. There's a difference. He definitely sends Grand Rising texts. I know it. You can't trust a twin flame. We're all energy ass people. They're bro. Now, these two talked about their nationalities, their race, their ethnic backgrounds in the pods. I feel like that should not be allowed. Cal and Sarover did it as well. I always find it interesting that even in the pods, the Black people gravitate towards each other. We just know how to find each other. The same thing happened with Demola, Kitisha, Javen.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, which is interesting. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Patrick targeted Aanu personally. I think he did. Yeah, that's my opinion.
That whole debacle, right? Like, we just,
the other thing.
It's like a sixth sense. You guys, literally my notes on Patrick. Patrick is broke. I can tell. People pleasing is low vibrational. Anybody who says low vibrational is low vibrational. Right. My notes are so funny. My spleen is silent. Shut the fuck up. He's weird. Went from it's only you to it's not right. Like, literally, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. I'm so glad Aanu did not sing that song for him, but it made me so sad to see her so excited to sing the.
Wait, let me just find the. Oh, here we go. Sorry, I was playing the wrong one.
Patrick and his spleen had a baby on the way when he was filming Love is Blind UK and didn't tell nobody about it. Let me tell you what I know. Now, this information is coming from the all-knowing, the reality. Ashley, we will be covering it more in depth on the Reality Receipts podcast. So if you are not subscribed to the podcast, make sure you subscribe because we be having so much tea over there. You do not want to miss it. So this is Patrick, and this is the woman who I'm going to cover her face because I don't know if she wants her face all over the internet right now, who was pregnant with his child when he went to go film Love is Blind UK. She has not been quiet about it on socials. When he first tried to blackmail you to schmort, then goes on a dating show and then leaves you alone to go to Bali for 2 months, spending all his money there, and then still calls you negative and a bad mom for losing it. Isn't it crazy how one parent gets to carry on with their life, job, hobbies, and social life, and the other parent has to ask for a break to take a shower? Oh, so he's a deadbeat. Somebody also said, if a man broke up with me by saying I have to follow my spleen, I would seriously snap. Love is Blind UK. And she responded and said, been there, laughing my ass off. You see the one at the bottom that says, if a baby didn't change them, nothing ever will.
And that's the truth. Like, people need to take that more seriously. That's all I can say on that.
This is a picture of the baby, clearly a mixed race baby. And it says, how is she almost 4 months old? This was taken at the end of July. So if this filmed about a year ago and the baby's now 4 months old and you 40 weeks to be pregnant, yeah, the math is mathing, and that means that he was in them pods with the baby on the way. This is also BM showing her belly bump. Did your spleen lead you here? Did your spleen tell you to leave your baby mama pregnant at the house and go on a dating show, huh? Did your spleen tell you to blackmail this woman into having a schmishmortion? And spend all your money in Bali? See, I knew you were broke. Them beads in your hair told me you was broke. Before this information even came my way, you guys, my notes on him was like, he's full of shit. Him broke. Never trust a man with beads in his hair. Never trust a grand rising ass motherfucker. I could just look at him and tell that he's a grand rising ass motherfucker. I'm not to be confused with a Christian man, a God-fearing, Jesus-loving man, but a spiritual man, too spiritual, one with the earth type, talk to rocks type motherfuckers. You can't trust them. It's a red flag.
Exactly. It's a red flag. I can tell by the way his hair sits. I swear to God, there was just something off about this guy. There was something off about him. It was just like, nah. So yeah, he's got a whole baby. He's got a whole baby, and yes, crazy. It's actually crazy. So obviously at the time, none of the girls, because he dates all the girls in the pod, they all do. None of the girls knew this. Yeah, absolute red flag. Absolute red flag. Yeah. So like, it was watching Aanu and Patrick was. I don't know. It was hard because it was like they were getting on. They seemed to be getting on, but you could see there was something going on with him that just wasn't right. And he was like picking at her a bit. He really was picking at her a bit because when she was like, she was talking about. What was she talking about? She was talking about, that she's a singer and she's been a backing singer for people like Rod Stewart and that sort of thing, but she doesn't like bragging about like her good fortune. And he was just like, oh, I really dislike that. Like, calm down. Like the face that he was making in the pod was absolutely ridiculous. Like, what's going on, Patrick? Like, calm down. Do you know what I mean? Then he asked us the question, like, how would you act if your family rejected me? And that is honestly, absolutely, it's my opinion. That's the thing. It was like he was trying to recruit. He was trying to see how she would respond to these kind of things to see if she was a good candidate or not. I think the whole thing was an absolute manipulation, in my personal opinion. Aanu did say, like, look, my mum is my best friend. If my mum has a problem with you, then do you know what I mean? I'd have to rethink things, because she has my best interests at heart. And he was just like, well, I wouldn't listen to them. Wanting approval of other people is low vibrational behavior. And I was thinking, you what, mate? What do you mean low? I just thought this is so motherfucking rude. It's so rude. It's unbelievable. Like, you can't even see the good in what she's saying, that she respects her mum. She has like such a strong bond with her mum that she has that kind of level impact on her life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was just like, no. You cannot pay me to like men like this. You could never pay me. Like, he was insulting. He was absolutely insulting her. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was just insane. Holy moly, saying like, he's like, hi, do you have loved ones that care enough about you to warn you if I manipulate you? Exactly that. It was just like absolutely wild. And I'm just like, what? This is not okay. This is not okay. It's not okay. And then when he was talking, like saying like, oh, I just focus on me, like, not in a selfish way or anything like that, but I just like, I think it's a good way that you just live on your own terms, And then when he was talking about, oh yeah, I think in his confessional, my spleen is silent. I was just like, is this? I can't lie. What came to mind was just like, is his mental health okay? Like, has he been screened? Like that's what I was just like, this is not intuition. Like, what's going on here? What's he talking about? It's my opinion. Says another thing with cults, they will distance you from your family and friends. Yeah, absolutely they will. It's just unbelievable. Like, unbelievable that he got through. It's crazy that he got through. And so then it kind of ends awkwardly on that day. And I think this is still episode 3. Yeah. Then they have another day, and he set up this kind of like spa kind of situation to relax her. And now everything that I've learned about what he's involved with, or what he's allegedly involved with, I'm just like, again, like, this is giving creepy vibes, because it's just like you want her to relax her and get her into that situation, like, kind of like less, like more in a vulnerable state, like have her be less guarded, basically. And yes, Ronke, when he asked her, like, sing for me, and she's just like, oh, maybe I'll sing for you. But this was after he asked her another question, which I can't remember what was exactly, but she couldn't really answer it in a way that he wanted to. And then he kind of threw in this, like, then sing for me, And it was just like, well, she doesn't want to. And maybe like you should be like looking into asking why she doesn't want to, and what is it, like, and it was just really weird. He didn't like that she wasn't singing on command, and he had made up his mind in that moment. Yes, Ronka, like, she's a seal. Exactly. it's my opinion. So that's probably why Aanu was saying she fully listens to her mum, put him off. Yeah, he's a weirdo. He's an absolute weirdo, honestly. So yeah, the date was over and everything like that. But in the confessionals, we see Aanu saying that, you know, that she can feel herself holding back and like, but she did feel like the energy weren't right. Then they go on to like, before they go on to another date, like Patrick is in the men's quarters and he's just saying like, look at you guys, you're all in love, you know, and everything like that. I wish that I could feel that same way. Like, this guy's rude. He's so rude. He's so freaking rude. I was just like, nah, this is unnecessary. Like, this seems like he wants to humiliate her in some sort of way. Like, I didn't like that at all. Meanwhile, while he's saying that, Aanu has written him an original song and is practicing it. And by what we could hear, you know what I mean? Like, she's got a very sweet voice. Like, I was just thinking, oh, okay, she's got a really lovely voice, you know? And she, you know, she's talking about like she, you know, was like a little bit closed off and everything like that, but she wants to tell him how she feels. So in the date, she goes in and she's just like, look, I've got this song, you know, that I've written for you. Do you want to hear it? This motherfucker, pausing, not saying anything. He's shifty. He's like, she asks him 2-3 more times. Like, and the pause is so loud. It's so loud. Like, I felt for her. I think at one point she did say that she's had a hard time. Maybe it was in the episode, the date before. She said that she's had a hard time writing anything original and everything like that. And like, if you're any sort of creative, right, or any sort of writer, you know how hard it is when that inspiration isn't flowing. It's hard. It's really difficult to kind of get through those times. So having someone say like, just sing or just do that, like, bro, relax. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's unnecessary. So he then says, yeah, you know what it is like, I want to, but I don't think that, you know, I don't want you to give a song to someone who's undeserving of it. Do you know what I mean? I have to follow my spleen. I have to follow my seat. So that was the end of episode 3. They cut it right there. So this is what I was saying. I was just like, nah, because she didn't sing on command, yeah, and because she has people that love her in her life, you're dipping out like this. Ridiculous. You can't tell me that ain't prick behavior. He's a let me even be nice today. Let me even be nice today. But I was just like, nah, this guy's rude. And you can see in episode 4 starts where you can see Aanu, she's taking these deep breaths. It turns out because she's upset. Like, I don't think her anger had kicked in. She was more upset with herself. Honeymoon is saying, right, especially if you're an authentic person, it has to come from your heart. Exactly that. You know, do you know what I mean? The authenticity, that pureness. Because I, you know, as much as I'm not like thingy, but I do believe like when you're channeling like your true talent, that's otherworldly. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, you're like a vessel, you're like a channel for it. It's otherworldly, so you can't just produce that on demand. Like, do you know what I mean? It's unrealistic to think so. And if he had any sort of sense, he would know that, you know? It's from your exactly. We're on the same page, Honeymoon, 100%. And then yeah, she's taking these deep breaths and stuff and everything like that. And, you know, he just goes into, I thought at this point, actually, he was going to change his mind about things, even though I didn't really want that for her. I thought he was going to switch, but no, he was just like, you know what? It breaks my heart to tell you I'm breaking up with you, you know? He's just like, yeah, I have to follow my spleen, my intuition, you know, be true to myself, and I hope you can understand. I hope I can understand. Shut up your mouth. Seriously, I swear to God. He's lucky there was glass between. That was me. He's lucky there's glass between them. He's lucky. He said, then to add insult to injury on that, he then goes on to say, I came here to find something that, you know, that I comprehend, and I haven't found that. What? Like, is that not the epitome of rudeness? I just thought that was absolutely rude, uncalled for, unnecessary. Like, there was no reason why he needed to say that like that at all. Like, it was just wrong. Do you know what I mean? You know, but he did, I guess, apologize for disappointing her and wasting her time. Do you know what I mean? Anu's there listening, taking it all in, trying not to cry. You know, he's just like, sorry, I didn't get to hear you sing, but wish you all the best. Bye for now. And then I think in the confessional, when he was asked, like, why did you break things off? He said his spleen wasn't saying anything. It was silent. Bro. Ooh, Elsid said, unpopular opinion, Aanu wasted his time too. Okay, you need to explain why. You need to explain why. Seriously. The poor girl was heartbroken. She was heartbroken. Obviously, it was a shame and everything like that. But I was just like, honestly, her guardian angels, her ancestors, her fave protected her. She was protected in that moment. Okay, amazing. Okay, cool. We'll get to that point. Yeah. She was protected because while they're sitting there, you got a whole pregnant girlfriend anyway, or ex-girlfriend or whatever. Like, nah, you're not an honest man. You're not an honest man. And clearly, if you're involved in this type of thing, if it is what it's the people in the streets are alleging it to be, then baby, you need some help. You need some help, Patrick. Like, you need to find yourself. You need to, and this is not the way. Like, I feel like his path and from what I learned as well about this organization, or this method, should I say, is that what you're supposed to be doing when you're listening to your spleen is listening to, it's more than your intuition, because it's a very silent, in the moment thing, and you don't have to necessarily care about how it lands for other people. And there's something I cannot get behind. I really kind of cannot get behind, because I get it. Like, sometimes, like, you know, you have to do what's right for you, and you're not going to please everybody, but doesn't mean you need to lose compassion or understanding or empathy for other people. And that's how he's coming across. Yes, it's a very, very selfish mentality. It really, really is. So no, can't get behind that at all. So yeah, not a fan of Patrick at all. Aanu, baby girl, I would have just liked you to get there sooner. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't want, like, I feel like the need and want to be married was above everything else. And I was just like, you're very lucky that you are so protected, that you got protected from this man. Like, do you know what I mean? That was saved from this man. Because had you not been a person that's protected, then you could have been in big trouble, girl. Big trouble. Gilda said, spleen my foot. Why did he not consult the fucking spleen before coming on the show? He probably did, Gilda. That's the thing. He probably did consult his spleen. Jeez. Ridiculous. Okay, so on to our next couple. Where's my thing? I've got way too many tabs open. It's actually stressing me out now. Oh my god, where is it? Here we go. Oh no, I gotta go this way. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so let me try and do this quicker, because I feel like I was chatting. So then my next couple I want to talk about is Cal and Sarover. Cal and Sarover, very, very cute couple. Look cute. I really like Sarover. I think she's really sweet. I think my issue with these two is, well, Sarover is obviously Indian. Well, not obviously Indian, but I said that before. She's Indian. She's only dated Indian boys in her life. Cal is white and Pakistani, and he usually does not date Indian girls or Pakistani girls or Asian girls. I think from my understanding, his normal type is blonde and light eyes. That's his normal type. Elsid said, Cal gives me Shake 2.0. Yep. Jordan says, I'm feeling Shake and Deep Tea vibes. Yeah. Because Deep Tea and I can't remember the other girl's name, they do a podcast. So I really wonder how they're going to, I want to know what she's going to say about this and whether it's going to not trigger her. But yeah, white, blonde, British. Yeah, that's normal Cal's thing. Cal was giving me, he somehow reminded me of Danny from Love Island, who was with Arabella. He was giving that kind of vibe. I don't know, maybe his mannerisms or something like that, but he was giving me that kind of energy. It's my opinion. Shake was super disrespectful though. Yeah, he really was. Yeah, Natalie, that's it. DT and Natalie, yeah. They do the podcast. Yeah. I want to see what they're gonna say about this. So in the early episodes, they seem to be getting on well. I did like the fact that they talked about, you know, the conflict between like Indians and Pakistanis and how, you know, like back in the day, they wouldn't necessarily. I think some of that stuff still filters through today, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? But it did seem to be more of a bigger thing back in the day that they don't necessarily mix and marry and that sort of thing as well. He definitely had an apprehension about that because he said that he has had girlfriends in the past or known girls. I don't know if he actually said girlfriends, but he's known girls who don't date Pakistani at all. But they kind of talked about their backgrounds and everything like that. Sarover said that, you know, she's got a lot of mixed marriages in her family already, so it should be shouldn't be a problem. It's my opinion. Remember when Shake said Deep Tea reminded him of his auntie? Oh my god, I do remember that. That would, oh my god. Oh my god, it was horrible. The fact that he said that only at the honeymoon stage doesn't sit well with me. Oh, Sora. Okay, yeah. No, I 100% agree. Keisha's saying, I can't find out that my man has never dated anyone remotely like me. Yeah, not even a brunette. Yeah. To me, that's a red flag. That's an absolute red flag. I don't want to be your experiment. I don't want to be your first. Like, no, thank you. Not for me. Jordan's saying, but Carl coming on the show, that's not about looks, saying blonde, blue eyes is a preference is disrespectful to the entire process. I mean, I hear it. I do hear it. I don't know. I always struggle with this whole kind of like preference thing and, you know, people having a type and everything like that, because people do have these things, but they never unpack them. That's the thing. They never unpack them. It's really, really, yeah, annoying. And then understanding who she is and really honing in on her and going for Sarover. It's just like, it just seems like just a, you know, experiment for him, like doing something he would never normally do. I don't know, but I just don't take him seriously. He just seems like, and I don't know, again, it's gonna sound bad, but like because of his accent or something, like, do you know what I mean? He just seems like, oh, I'll have a go. Like he is that kind of energy. It really does give that kind of energy. And I think the other issue with these guys is, to me, seems like a bit of a class thing. I don't know. They don't seem like they're in the same class to me. He seems more working class. And again, I don't know, it's just the way he's coming across. And she seems more middle class. And I feel like that might be a bit of a problem. I don't know if anybody else can see that too. But yeah, Carl also talks about his family. He talks about one of his brothers was an addict and went to rehab and turned his life around and everything like that. And that kind of gave him some sort of insight and stuff and everything. Yeah, you see it, Holy. Yeah. It's my opinion. Said also Carl seemed hesitant when he met her. I don't know if he's fully set on her once he's met her. Yeah, exactly. She's smitten though. Yeah, she loves it. She loves it. But yeah, but anyway, he made his mind up. He said he's going to propose. Now, I didn't get a screenshot of this, but did anybody notice the shirt that he was wearing when he proposed? That he was wearing a shirt that had broken hearts on it? Like all the hearts were broken. I just don't, to me, that's a bad omen. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I really didn't like that, honestly. It's my opinion. Did you mention it? Okay. See, it's an omen, isn't it? I just thought, like, why you got a heartbreaker shirt on? I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Like, and because she can't even see it as well, I doubly didn't like it. And none of the boys thought to say to him, "Don't wear that. Like, change your shirt." Why would you bring that into your life? Unless you're an unserious guy, you might just be unserious. It's my opinion. Said I have a Pakistani partner, and let me tell you, the hatred between the two groups ain't no joke. I can imagine. I can imagine, boy. Seriously. But I also didn't like. I don't know. Like there seemed to be, and I know it's just two people talking, but I don't like the way the show makes it position. Like, oh, if these two get together, it's gonna solve world peace or something. I just didn't. There was an air of that. It was giving me Kendall Jenner and the Pepsi can protest advert. It was giving me that, and I was just like, don't do this. Don't do this. I didn't like that at all. Yeah. But yeah, and the way also what annoyed me about Carl, the way he called her princess, I don't like it either. I don't like it. There was something irking me. Irking me. Seriously, everyone is checked like, okay, good. Oh my god. Yeah, so then they had the reveal. He was wearing traditional wear, which was really nice. I really liked that. And then he got down on one knee and he was just like, girl so nice, got to propose twice. Again, cringe. Very cringe. You know, Sarover, she's happy and everything like that. She was wearing this lovely red dress and everything like that. You know, she thought she looked like the dancing emoji, which was quite funny. And he says, you know, he feels like everything is he was like, in this moment it feels right, so he's gonna say it and that she doesn't have to say it back. And he says, I love you to her, you know. And she does say it back. Him keep calling her, yes, it came across as inauthentic, as holy moly, and Keisha saying it was cringe. Yeah, 100%. But she kind of loved it. Who's just like, oh, he's my prince, it's very Bollywood and that sort of thing. And you know, when they kind of have to part and they, you know, have to leave each other, like the doors closed and she's like freaking out a bit, like she's having a little moment, like freaking out in a good way though, kind of thing. It was very cute on her part. So I feel like she's, yeah, like as someone said, like she's smitten, she's really, really, really there. Yes, the princess gives me a bad feeling, like when someone says, look lady, like lady, what do you mean? Yes, like Lady Lyric said, I'm glad they had conversations about their culture and it was really good for everybody to hear that. However, I do think if he didn't mention his preference, she was going to find out either way. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, why must Asian girls always be Princess Jasmine? That's what it was giving me the vibes of as well, Keisha. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't want to like shit. Like if she likes it, then cool. If she likes it, I love it. Like it was that kind of vibe. Not for me though. Not for me. Okay, so then let me try and find these guys. Not going to these guys yet. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way. So let's go to these guys next. Ashley and Billy were just in love from the beginning, right? Like literally Billy breathed, Ashley heard him breathe and she was just like, yep, you'll do. Like she's just involved. him the same as well. He was just like, right, you're a woman. Okay, cool, let's go. Like, it was so quick. It was so fast. She loves the military. He works with the military. He was in the military. They're basically, episode 1, they was already in love. They were really in love. Honestly, like, it was just like, he was just like, I need a sure thing. She was just like, you need a sure thing? I'm sure. Let's go. Like, honestly, it was a lot. By episode 2, Billy now has to obviously have some sort of dilemma. So his dilemma was that he's dated cabin crew before, but it didn't work out because of like the sporadic shifts and everything like that, and the relationships fizzled out, and you know, it put him off the idea and everything like that. Ashley, she's just like, you know, not one to let a job get in the way. She's just like, no, you know, there's definitely opportunities to be on the ground. So, you know, we can make this work. So Billy's just like, say no more. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I just thought that was I can't lie. But then I'm more, what's the word? Skeptical, I guess, kind of thing. But I was just like, really? You're going to change your whole job for this guy that you just met like 5 days ago? Like, calm down. Calm down. But anyway, if that's what they like, okay, cool. So then she does a date for him. He's really into cowboy stuff. So they do a cowboy themed date and everything, and they're like doing a dance. He's teaching her a line dance or something like through the pods, which was actually kind of cute. I think that was kind of cute. They had hats and everything like that as well. She also gives him a thimble with love hearts on it. And honestly, that told me everything I need to know about Ashley. Like, I know who you are as a woman, everything. A thimble. Okay, babe. Okay. And and then she asks him, what would you say when you first see me? And he says, I love you. And I was genuinely like, you what, mate? I love you. Bro, did you think I like Ashley? She's doing too much too soon. Like, calm down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Billy is quite intense. And like, I don't know, like, maybe there's like, I've got negative connotation, like, no. How can I say this? For some of, not most of, but most of the military guys that I've seen on reality shows, there's stuff going on and they're intense. They're intense. Seriously, she needs to slow down. She needs to slow down. This is the thing. And that's the thing. Like, I think it was like she was fishing for a compliment a little bit. It's my opinion. She was fishing for a compliment, but not I love you. It's a lot. And then she's sitting there. No, someone said she reminds me. Who said that? Who said about AD? Oh, no, it's gone. It's gone for me. Maya said, Ashley reminds me of AD. You know what? Not for me. She reminds me of Helena. Seriously. Her sitting there with her mouth open, just gawking. I was just like, nah, it's Helena all over again. Freaking Helena, man. And then she was just like, what? I love you too. What? You what? No, this is too much. I said, these guys are moving way too fast. Like, the world is not ending tomorrow. Please, 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 please. It's a lot. It's a lot. But anyway, Billy's made up his mind. He's proposing and he's like, I love you. Will you marry me? They get married. Yes, Helena and Amy Hart. Yes, Keisha. Yes, they're the same person. They're all the same model. And, you know, Ashley's full of joy. Do you know what I mean? My note here is that I hope he's not a shared something seems off to me. That was my note, because there's a lot. They do the reveal. They are both so in love. They start kissing straight away. Oh yes, Keisha, the shaved legs. What the hell was that about? What the hell was that about? He said, she asked him about, oh, is that later on? That is later on. We could talk about that later. But like, what the hell? What the hell? So yeah, he proposes again. They kiss straight away. She kissed him first as well, kind of thing. I didn't know that. They're both super happy. He's speechless. She thinks he's a good kisser. They say, I love you to each other. Yeah. Billy's like, yeah, Ashley's stolen my heart. Ashley's like, she says this in the third person. She's sitting there in the confessional and she's like, Ashley has found love. Ashley, please. So cringe. So freaking cringe. Okay, so which way was this one? No, let's go here. Let's go here. Kieran, no, wait. No, let's not go here first. Let's go here. Sorry, my bad. He wants a build a doll type of woman. Maya's saying he has trust issues, not sure about Billy. Something isn't adding up. Yeah, I'm telling you, something ain't adding up at all. Okay, so then we're on to Kieran, Sophie, Megan, right? Our first introduction to Sophie is rudeness. Yeah, she was standing near Yolanda, looking in the mirror, trying to fix her hair. She asks her Yolanda's opinion. Yolanda's just like, yeah, if it looks good, if you like it, it's fine. She's just like, oh, I hate it when people say that. I hate when people say that. What the hell's wrong with you? Seriously. Okay, Sophie, mind you, this is my first impression of you. Do you know what I mean? Like, what a trash attitude. Didn't like that at all. Didn't like that. But then, I don't know, I think I got a soft spot for Sophie. I think I got a soft spot. She's a villain. She's an absolute villain. She really is. And I do like a villain every now and again. Kieran, the guy that these girls are pining over, is a tech entrepreneur. He's doing pretty well for himself. He's coming across like that. He has very, very strong conversations with both Sophie and Megan. Sophie is the one that's more guarded, not used to opening herself up. I'm kind of like, why are you on the show then? Doesn't really make sense to me. Like, do you know what I mean? This is the whole thing about the show, is to find someone that you're compatible with and get married. You cannot be guarded. It's very, very strange. Megan, on the other hand, is super, super warm. She's very lovely. But she does reveal who her connection is with very early on with the girls. Or the way it's edited it, that's what it looks like. So she makes it known she's into Kieran, right? Episode 2, Kieran and Sophie, they seem to trying to get to know each other a bit more. We learn a little bit more from Sophie, like her parents being divorced, like her mum choosing, wait, was it her or Kieran? Yeah, no, it was her, right? Her mum choosing her new partner over her. And that's why she's so guarded and everything like that. He does ask her about her goals and things. And she was just like, oh, what do you mean? She also reminds me of Meg, by the way. What do you mean? Like, I've got a list of goals, but, you know, don't really want to say, but there's a couple bags on there. I laughed out loud when she said that, because I was just like, you know what? At least she's being honest. Oh, I can't hate her. I can't hate her for it. I can't. Like, you know what? Some people just like, yeah, I just want to work on myself, want to travel, want to do this and everything like that. Sophie's like, yeah, I want a couple bags. I can't hate people who are honest. She's being honest, mate. That's what she wants. She's being upfront about it. And I bet you they're Birkins as well. I think that's what she wants. Oh. Jordan, are you saying Sophie? Sophie's a problem. Mark my words, she will end up with a rich doctor, a landowner, someone with cash. 100%, 100%. Sophie is given trophy wife. Yes, it's my opinion. Keisha says, me too. I've been, might still be Sophie. Sophie, in terms of being guarded and not giving your full self away, she is a little rude. Yes, she is. Tammy saying, Sophie said, I want the shenanigans. Give it to me. Give them to me all, mate. Seriously. She cracked me up. Hey, Han. Han said, what have you done so far? A lot, babe. I'm not going to lie. Serious. But we're here now. You're here now, so it's all good. So, yeah. So, I think, I don't know. I can't really tell, but if Kieran judged her for it, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, do you know what I mean? Like most people would, in it, you know? Because that's definitely wasn't where he was going with that conversation at all. So basically, all of these three people have divorced parents, right? Because Megan also talks about her divorced parents as well. She said that her mum has been really unlucky in love, and she got really emotional, saying that she really deserves someone as well, which made, I think, because in Kieran's situation, his mum was quite cold to him. That was my understanding. So he wants to be with someone who's warm and loving and giving, and especially because he wants to start a family as well, kind of thing. So I can see why he gravitated more towards Megan, because she was giving more of that. Whereas I think Sophie represented more of like his mother, who's a bit cold, a little bit distant and stuff, Then, though, Kieran has talked about previously that he'd been to Japan and everything like that. He's traveled all over the world. And then he said he gave Megan a Japanese ornament sprayed with his aftershave. He gave it to Megan. He didn't give yes, Hans, we've already covered splenic Patrick, yeah. But we might touch on him again, who knows. But yeah, he didn't give Sophie the heads up, and I think that was rude. I think she was within her right to be annoyed because it was rude. He could have given her the heads up, because it is a big statement. You're giving something to her. You're, spraying it with your aftershave. You're saying, think of me. This is me. And Megan's not a shy girl. She came into that room like, shouting, screaming. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she's, giving it to... She made a big show of it. She really did. And I can't lie. I felt that was a little bit insensitive. I really did. Sophie was absolutely pissed. And if she didn't have a start of a villain, a villain origin story already, like this would have absolutely done it. Like she was pissed. She was like, I'm not second best. She was fuming. So then we jump to episode 3, and she is basically feels really rejected. Her and Megan actually do have a chat, by the way. Sophie said, like, look, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable, which I thought was hilarious. I don't want to feel like, babe, you're not the main. You're not the main. Seriously. But she just wanted to clear the air. She knows she was pissed. She thinks that Kieran was saying the same thing to both of them, and she doesn't like that. Megan was more quiet in that conversation, to be fair. And I think Sophie is one of them girls, similar to Meg in Love Island, who cannot fathom the guy that she likes liking someone else above her. Like it's not comprehending in her mind at all. So from Megan's point of view, she's just like, well, I didn't even know that Sophie and Kieran had a thing, I've got to work that out. I've got to chat to him about that. But it seems like, or the edit that they showed us, that Megan didn't really react in that moment. She really kept it to herself, right? Then when Sophie's going into her date with Kieran, she kind of says to someone like, can you swirl a wall? So basically, can I throw my drink in his face right through the wall? Nah, Sophie needs to be on The Only Way. She needs to be on Towie. She needs to be on Towie or something. She needs to be on something else. I know this girl's got, she could be she needs more drama. She really needs the space to be more dramatic because she's actually TV gold. Can she swirl a wall? She's just like, nah, this little girl's crazy. So yeah, she's absolutely fuming. She's on a date with Kieran. Basically just says to him, like, look, gifting Megan was super disrespectful towards me. Kieran's response is like, it's a social experiment. I'm gonna give my all and see where the chips fall. Was that not like cold? I thought that was really cold. And Sophie was just like, well, that's rude. Like, damn right, that's rude. It's so rude. He then does apologize for making her feel sad or disrespected and everything like that. And he was just like, you know, I respect you too much to do that. And Sophie's like, well, no, you don't. Like, if you did, you wouldn't have done that. Like, do you know what I mean? You would have cared. You would have cared about me. And she says, look, I'm the prize. We've heard that before. I'm the catch. And she said, on the outside, you would see that. That was rude also. And again, she's one of these women I cannot fathom, cannot understand. Why would you pick someone else over me? Like, don't you know who I am? Yes, she leaves the room. She's not going to change herself. She's crying to Yolanda, actually. Again, the girl that he was rude to at the beginning, you know. And this basically cemented that Yolanda is firmly a background support character for the other people. Sophie's upset, but she said, you know what, I've learned to be vulnerable. So then with the other two, Megan and Kieran, they're kind of now near enough together. She basically said that she had no clue to Kieran and she feels like she was plonked in the middle of them. And, you know, Kieran's like, you know what, I know that gift could have triggered something, but, you know, I was willing to take the risk. And I was just like, it just made me shake my head because I'm just like, men. So you knew that it would have a reaction, but you thought, let me just do it anyway. Let me not even do any care. Let me not even, you know, kind of like try and talk to Sophie in a way and stuff. You just thought, let me just do this out of order, really. But he said, like, look, he wants to complete the journey with her and she feels super lucky. And her not pulling him up on that as well. Then I'm just like, women, why are you tolerating this? This is not cool. If he's treating her like that, what do you think he can do to you? It's ridiculous. But anyway, they do the proposal. At the proposal, Megan reads a poem. Oh, God. I thought this was really unnecessary and super cringe. I really didn't like that at all. But, you know, I thought it was super dead, but it made him happy. So I guess, okay. Maya is saying maybe he thought Sophie was going to fight for him. Oh, maybe Maya, actually. Maybe. Jordan says the Love is Blind photographer hates Megan, clearly. She's beautiful on the gram. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. This outfit is a big no. Like, I hated this outfit on Megan. This is horrible styling here. I'm also as well, my jury's out. I don't know if I actually like Megan yet. I don't know. I just don't. I suspect she's getting a good edit. I don't know why. I just think she's getting a good edit. Maybe because I think she didn't show a care. Although Sophie's not, she doesn't present as being a nice girl. I don't know about Megan. I really don't know. Sid is saying Megan is a player, all loud for any other woman to be intimidated. Yeah, exactly. I'm not. I don't know. Jury's out on her. So when he does apologize, you know, when he does propose, when Kieran does propose to Megan, he doesn't go on his knees. He said he feels like, you know, talking to you feels like home. I feel like you're my person. He says, I love you. I don't believe they show her saying it back, but she is excited by it. And you know, in his confessional, he does say, you know, it looks like yeah, love is truly blind. He doesn't get on one knee when he asks her to propose, though. He really doesn't. And at the reveal, he explains that he only wanted to do it once in his life. So that's when he did do it. So they do the reveal. She's wearing this sparkly dress. It was a bit strictly for me. They kiss, obviously, and everything like that. And he asks her again, and that's it. I didn't really get a vibe. I don't know if he likes her as much as he's showing. I don't know. I really don't know. But that's just me. Right. So then we go on to, keep going the wrong way. Keep going the wrong way, mate. These guys, Kitisha, Javen, and Demola. Jeez. So Katisha, she's Scottish. She's very, very sweet. She's a nanny and a makeup artist. Javen, he used to be a football player. Guys, any guys here? Maybe there weren't today, but any guys here? He said he used to play football for 10 years, yeah? Turns out that was 10 years when he was a child. From the ages of 8 to 18. Does that count? Does that count? I don't know. He said he played for Crystal Palace at that time. I'm just like, that's kiddies football. Does it count? I don't know if it counts. My first impressions of Javen were that he seems like a player to me. I just thought like he is giving my beard connects baddie. That's what he was given. He really just like, he's a beard baddie. Like his beard is healthy, strong, glistening. Actually, he doesn't even look great here, but it looks better on camera. Like he's a bearded baddie. That's it. Jared is a star in his own mind. Yeah. Dammy is saying, Shadow, professional football career start young, so it's understandable. Okay, cool. Jared's never had a relationship at his great age. Yeah. Demola, another victim of photographer. He's fine and fit on the gram. Yeah, I think so. He looked really nervous here. That looked like, you know, when you just do a shoot and they're just like, I'm testing a light. That's what that looked like. So, yeah, Demola, he's from Romford. He's Nigerian. He's Yoruba. Katisha did ask him, do you speak Nigerian? Girl, I had to laugh. What do you mean? What are you talking about? But he did seem like a lovely guy. He was coming across as a nice guy. He didn't get offended. He was coming across as a lovely guy. We see him, though we did see him doing making up lyrics, which to me was a red flag. And I was just like, is this another Bobby? Are we gonna get another Her Buddy's a dancer? Shout out to Bobby. I was thinking, what's going on here? Like, don't tell me you're some secret rapper. Like, no, please. Is my opinion, saying Javen is like the biggest red flag, and sorry to say, but Katisha being confused between the two makes me think she's an absolute donut. Well. Katisha picked her match. So happy for her. Well. So, yeah, Katisha. So they basically Katisha is torn between these two guys, right? They're both giving her what she thinks she needs at this moment. So she did talk about how she left home at 16, so she had to really grow up really fast. Demola, he and Katisha bonded over their love for their grandmothers, although Demola's grandmother unfortunately has passed away now, but he said he was really close to her, he used to walk with her around the block daily, and that was his best friend, which is really sweet. With Jalen, they connected over them both being Jamaican, because Katisha's mum is half Spanish and half Jamaican. I'm saying Jalen, you know, Javen is Jamaican. Although instead of them connecting, it was like he wanted to talk about sex. he was just like, oh, how important is intimacy to you? Like, you know, I'm built for high energy, just so you know, like, like, okay. Like, it just seemed a bit much for me. It's a bit much for me. Ronka is saying, hey Ronka, saying Demola can do much better. It was sweet of Cal to confront Kitisha about how he treated his boy, but to be honest, it wasn't really any of his business. He needed to concentrate on his own relationship. Real friggin' talk. We will get to that 100%. Katisha is just as bad as Javen. They deserve as each other. Maya saying, maybe, you know, maybe, honestly. So they're going back and forth. By episode 4, we see Demola say basically he's so in love with this girl. He's so in love with this girl, he can't sleep at night and everything. And I was just like, oh, bless him. So he has this date with her. Oh gosh. Oh no, lost my place again. God, sorry, 1 second. My notes all over the place. So yeah, he has this date with her, and he basically says, like, in the future, if they get together, that they would have like a date jar suggestion thing where they'll put in different suggestions, and every week they'll pick one out, which is really sweet. And Katisha's like, oh, green flags all over and everything like that. Demola also sent her flowers. He wrote a poem. While he's reading it, she is laughing and everything like that. Then he asks her, like, how do you feel? And she's just like, yeah, she definitely knows that they have a connection and everything like that. And she thinks that, you know, Demola is kind, genuine, nice, but she truly doesn't know what to do. Katisha kind of thinks that Demola is too good to be true. And yeah, this was given either you have issues with self-worth or like insecurities or something like that. Do you know what I mean? And she just seems that he's so sweet and she doesn't know how to actually receive love. That's what she even says as well. So she's confused. But she wants reassurances from Javen as well. So then we see Katisha and Javen have a date. Katisha asks him, like, how does he feel about the whole situation? And his response is, what will be, will be. Which is bloody ridiculous, you know. Then he kind of gets up and he kind of gives some context. He says, like, 2 years ago, he had a situation where he had a situationship, basically, that changed his view on dating. He said he was given 100% and he wasn't getting it back, and that the girl broke up with him, but he knew that it was coming, and because of this, he doesn't trust easily. And I can't lie, I was just like, this sounds like a lie to me. Like, I thought it was a fake story, so he doesn't have to really truly explain himself. I just thought this was just nonsense. I didn't believe him at all. I can't lie. What did you guys think? Jordan says, let's admit we love Body of a Dancer. Go ahead. It's a catchy tune. It's a catchy tune. It's my opinion. Said Javen laughing and talking about the other person's love bombing. Yes, we'll get to that. Her just reminded me of bullies in high school. He's very childish. Yes, I think so. What is 100%? Javen doesn't do grand gestures. No, he does not. Or does he? How you sure about someone, then let some guy who gave you crumbs the whole time sway you? They are both toxic, bro. He's not going to really beat the allegations, is it? Katisha said that she says to him, I've got another connection. And I know where I stand with him. And Javen, he's just like, yeah, I'm not doing any grand gestures. It's not the way I communicate. To me, that translates to me as I'm a low effort guy and you are going to get nothing from me. You're going to get absolutely nothing from me. Like the bare minimum, if you're lucky, if I feel like it, that's what you're going to get from me. Javen does say, you know, he does say to Katisha, look, just go where you're comfortable, you know. And it's just like, This guy, if he has been hurt this badly, so he can't even put himself out there like that, you know, he will stress you out. This is the kind of guy who talks about, oh yeah, in primary school, this girl, I asked her out and she said no, and he's never forgotten it. And every woman after that will pay for it for the rest of their lives. That's what he's given that kind of energy to me, you know? I think he's a low effort guy. My note here was, girl, run away from him. No. So then in the men's quarters, Javen, he tells some of the guys that, you know, oh, the other connection is doing grand gestures, like love bombing her. And I just thought, this is so rude. And this is so unnecessary. It was horrible. And as, what do you call it? Who was saying it? It's my opinion. Yeah, it was given a bit bullyish. It was given a bit like, why are you doing it? It's too much, you know. And he was saying it in front of Demola as well. And I feel like he fully knew that that was her other connection as well, you know. Demola, you know, he's not deterred. He's just like, he's starting to fall in love and everything like that. Yes, Maya, it was so mean. It really was. It was nasty. So nasty. So honestly, so rude. So then, yeah, so the next day, Demola sets up the date for Katisha. He set up the room with a Spanish theme, with sangria and food. And like, he's, you know, eating food and trying foods that he's never even tried before, which I was just like, that is so sweet and like so Nigerian. It reminded me of, like, you know, the Nigerian uncles and aunties that they don't eat outside the house. Seriously, if they ain't cooked it, they're not eating it. They're not eating it at all. So he's trying new things. He tells her that he couldn't sleep, and like, you know, he hopes that she can see that he's a genuine person, and that, you know, he's looking for a life partner, a best friend, that he really sees a future with her, and that he will die on his sword. He said he will die on his sword. Seriously. Katisha's response was, I have another connection, and she hasn't made up her mind. Demola's like, look, I'm right for you. I've made it clear. Can't lie. At this point, I was just like, babe, don't cry, don't beg. It was given a little bit beggy to me. I didn't like that from Demola. I really didn't. But then he's just like, look, I can still see myself falling in love with you. Like, I'm already halfway there. And I don't think like this love is something that you don't think that you don't deserve this, because you do, basically, which was really sweet. She starts to cry with emotion. You know, he doesn't like to hear that from her and everything like that. And he really wants to be close to her. And she's just like, look, I feel like my decision is made. My decision is made. Like, I can see myself falling in love with you, all this kind of stuff. And she's just like, yeah, it's you, basically. I don't think she says those words. And then he's just like, oh, you sure you're not going to change your mind? She's just like, don't worry, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change, Katisha. Hilarious. She goes to the women's quarters to let everybody know. I do think, though, in these 2 dates, Demola and Javen had similar techniques. I'm pitching myself, basically. But Javen's one is a bit, it's got negative undertones, I think. So, yeah. So Javen then meets with Kitisha, and he basically has got her like these massive flowers, bigger than the ones that Demola got, which is production out of order. But anyway, he's just like, look, like, I'm trying to lock things in, and Katisha's just like, oh gosh, you know, but the other connection that I've got is actually stronger than I anticipated. Javen knows what's up, and he's just like, okay, like, do what you got to do, like, do what's right for you. And she's just like, I don't want to hurt anybody. He's like, I'll be all right. This guy. And then Katisha's like filling in the silences. She's just like, it doesn't mean like our connection didn't mean anything. He's just like, I felt very strongly for you and everything like that. And then she goes, well, okay. You know what? If you want to leave, that's okay. He then says, you've already broken my heart. I'll stay and enjoy my drink. This guy, you already broken my heart. Oh my God, this guy is too much. It's too much. It was too much. It was too much. It was laying on thick. It was laying on thick. Like, seriously. But this guy, what he seemed to me was that he was fighting for his life in that moment, and he really didn't want to lose to Demola. That's what it was to me. And then Katisha, like the big donut that she is, unfortunately in this moment stays too. I think she's a very sweet girl, but I don't think this is the right decision for her. I really don't. Then Javen, he then Alcid said, what heart is covered in beard oil? Hilarious. Seriously. You're too funny. He's a full beard baddie. That's what he is. Seriously. So yeah. Javen then goes on to go through his notebook and read all the notes that he's had about Katisha. And the thing is, yeah, if these notes went on and on, mind you, it is edited. So I will have that in the back of my mind. But if these notes went on and on, I could understand. But it wasn't even full notes. And then he was like, well, then I stopped writing because what was the point? This guy, you see this guy? You see this guy? Low effort, minimal. You know, and then he's just like, yeah, I just need to know where your head is at. This is what I'm saying. I knew he was fighting for his life because you didn't even ask that again. She's already told you where her head is at. But no, you want to get opening, you want to see. I was just like, wait, what? And then he's just like, look, I can't propose to someone who doesn't want to be proposed to. Kitisha's just like, that says that she didn't want to leave, and she needed more time to make up her mind. And in the confessional, Javen is just like, look, she's gonna have to propose to me at this point, because if not, I'm gonna take my ass home. Propose to you. This guy. So then in the men's quarters, we see Demola. He's practicing his vows. You know, he's going in, he's making sure he's clear what he's going to say to her. You know, he's getting a second opinion as well. Javen's telling people, like, you know, she's going to have to propose to me. Just like, why the hell didn't you just leave? You know, but he's like, look, I'm going to still be here to give her a chance to express herself. Give her a chance. No. I'm telling you, this guy, he's not, I don't know if he's a good egg. I don't know. I really don't know. So then we see the final date between Demola and Katisha. And obviously Demola's ready, you know. As soon as Katisha says hi, he knows something is up. He can tell. Katisha then goes into her speech and we know what's coming. She breaks up with him. You know, she says that, you know, we do get on well, but she does have another connection and she has to go with her gut. Demola is shocked. He's actually shocked, and he's like, why did you change your decision? You said that you wasn't going to change your mind. I thought that's a fair question. And she's just like, well, we do get on, but the romantic connection wasn't there. I can't lie. I don't think she was expecting that question. And I don't think she wanted to answer it. That's the vibe that I got from her face, how it looked. Demola is obviously in shock. He's just like, wow, that's crazy. You know, I was ready to pour my heart out. That was giving very Amy Hart vibes. Like, I was coming here to tell you I loved you. That was giving that. Demola should have, can't lie, for his own sake, he should have just not said anything at all. He should have just been like, okay, cool. All right, I'm going to go. Bye. Do you know what I mean? Because she didn't even need to know that. She didn't really need to know that in that moment. It's my opinion that she should have told Demola, well, it's because I'm a bird brain. Bro, I can only imagine that she's probably been through a lot that makes her think that choosing Javen was a good idea. Do you know what I mean? I can't imagine what she's been through to even get to that moment, you know? Do you know what I mean? But it was giving bird-like behavior. Unfortunately, it really was. You know, so he, what did he say? Yeah, so he's just like, you know, it's been nice getting to know you. I have to say goodbye, take care. And it was a hard watch. And I started tearing up. I started freaking tearing up, mate. Like, I don't think that's happened for for a guy to be. Oh man, I felt for him, man. I felt for him so bad. I think he did do a tiny bit too much, unfortunately, but he put himself out there, and that's always, I mean, it's always good for a man to do that. But it's just like, oh mate, it's so bad. It's so bad. I was crying, man. I felt for him. So yeah, obviously he goes back to the men's quarters, and he totally feels blindsided because he goes in and like he's just like, oh no, it didn't go well. And the boys think he's joking, and he's just like, no, like it really didn't go well, you know. He explains that she changed her mind overnight based on a gut feeling. Cal did talk to Demola and basically said like, if she's acting like this, and she ain't the girl for you. And that's 100%. He deserves someone that's 100% for him and 100% sure as well. Katisha in the women's quarters, you know, she is, you know, saying, do you know what I mean? I hope I haven't ruined it and stuff. And I was thinking, you have. Sade, let's not keep excusing it to age. Must have been through stuff. Yes, that could be the case, but where is the growth? Where is the lesson learned? I know, but you know what it is? It's my opinion, is that people, unless they do really deep work on themselves, they will continue to repeat the same patterns over and over again. They just do the same thing over and over again because they don't learn, and it takes a lot to actually make those real changes. And like, obviously we only watched the first 4 episodes, so we don't even know what happens next, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's spoilers. I don't even know if I want to know spoilers, but yeah, but the men don't like Javen because Demola had to initiate the celebration. Yes, this, you know what, you're absolutely right, because when he came back in, so when Javen and Katisha, they obviously had their moment. He was talking about I should have gone yesterday and everything like that. Katisha with her bird-like behavior. I can't lie, it's bird-like behavior. She's just like, look, I was willing to get down on one knee. Like, shut up. Why are you even saying that to him? Why are you even saying that? Javen's just like, oh, I didn't plan a fancy speech. Yeah, no shit. Like, of course you didn't. Of course you didn't, because you're low effort, like you're low effort. I just don't believe this guy. It's a sigh. Of course he didn't plan anything. And I really hated the fact that they're packaging this as being romantic. Anyway, Katisha's like super excited and everything like that. And I thought like at this moment they are properly trolling us. Yeah, he proposes, she accepts, and everything. And in the confessional, Javen is just like, yeah, I won a prize I wasn't even expecting to win, brother. They go back into the men. He goes back into the men quarters. He's obviously super loud. Demola, like the gent that he is, shakes his hand. Basically, kind of said, like, okay, the best man won, that type of thing. You know, the people, them, they were solemn. They were sad. The guys were sad. They wanted to be happy, but they couldn't be happy. And then Demola had to say, no, let's give him the celebration. Let's like cheers him and stuff. You know, what a guy, man. Seriously, Javen's talking about, oh, yeah, I bent the knee like Jon Snow. Shut up, man. Why are you making jokes? This is a sad time for Demola. Sad time. I didn't like that. Cal just say something about how everybody is so like, you know, in shock and stuff and everything like do you know what I mean? Like, it's a shock decision. Like, it's shocking how we even got here. Like, Cal was really affected by this, you know? Do you know what I mean? Javen was like, Javen says that's women. They don't know what they want. Huh? And the thing is, you know what else did? Remember what they did the men at the wall, what they did to Jon Snow? Did they not? They stabbed him. They killed him. They killed him. They killed Jon Snow. Remember that. So please. Demola, yeah, no, he does seem like a class act for sure. So yeah. He's like, that's women. They don't know what they want. I was just like, and this is the man. Obviously, Katisha can't see this, but this is the man that you've chosen. And the thing is, yeah, I can't remember where I came across this. Yeah, I cannot remember where it was, but like when I was doing some self work, like someone was saying that when you get butterflies, when you see a guy, when you're talking to a guy, when you get butterflies, like you think that it's a sign that, oh, it's meant to be, oh, this is amazing, like we're connected, this is something spiritual. But actually what it is your gut telling you that you have dealt with someone with something like this before, that the truth that it's a warning sign rather than a sign to be embraced. Yes, exactly, Elsid. Butterflies means take flight and run. And this is what she was talking about. She was talking about the feelings that she had, that it kind of felt familiar. She did say that as well, Katisha, like I've been with, like Javen's more my type, like kind of thing. And girl. Yes, yeah, Elsa. The men shook Demola's hand more than they celebrated with Javen. Yeah, exactly. It's my opinion. Says Shade. Do you feel like this thing of a woman picking the wrong guy, then spinning the block when they notice they picked a menace has become a trope every season? I think there's always going to be one. To be fair, it's always going to be one, and I'm not sure if it's going to be Katisha. It could be Katisha. It also could be Kieran as well. Hey, Wavin, how you doing? How you doing? I hope you're good. Hope you're having a good Saturday so far. Yeah, it was sad. It's just so sad. It was so frigging sad. That's women, they don't know what they want. Who do you think you are? Shut your mouth, Javen. Seriously. Didn't like that at all. And then Demola is, he's there celebrating, and then the cameraman zooms in on his eyes. Pain. You could see the pain I started crying again. I didn't like it, man. That was real pain. Just like, nah, these people are out of order playing with Demola's feelings like this. I don't like it. I didn't like it at all. So then the reveal, Javen, I was just like, did you even think about your outfit? You didn't even think. It was low effort. I think everything this guy does is low effort. I think so. Sad. Javen in confession was like, look, I'm a very visual guy. A lot of men are. Oh, God. I know the producers are really stoking us with that, though. They're rage baiting with that, because that was unnecessary to put in that moment. But yeah, but him trying to get that get out clause is annoying. So Katisha's there. She's wearing this lovely blue dress. Lovely, lovely. I really like it. Satin. I like the way it draped and stuff and everything. And, they kiss. He gets on one knee again. Javen basically was saying it doesn't feel real. And while he was talking to her, at times, he could not maintain eye contact, yeah? He really couldn't. He was looking down a lot of the time. And I don't think that's a good sign. Despite what he was saying, I just don't think it's a good sign. I don't know. Hey, P, how you doing? He said, and yes, I was annoyed about Demola's treatment. He seems so sincere, isn't it? Javen don't like her. I don't think he does. I think like she's nice enough, but not necessarily exactly what he wants and what he goes for. He couldn't look at her, and he kept on saying, this doesn't feel real, this doesn't feel real. Like, honestly, I really want him to be a good man. I actually do. But like, I don't know. I really don't know at all. I just think he thinks he's a baddie. He thinks he's a prize, He is a full beard baddie. That's it. Hey, Miss T, how you doing? Jordan says, I believe in the premise. I fell for the love of my life without even seeing or speaking to him. Just people talking about him. And when we finally came to town, I felt his presence. It was wild. Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's my opinion, said at this point, Katisha signed up for this. So every time she cries at this point, we will collect the theatre payment for what she did to Demola. The thing is, yeah. I think she's a sweet girl. I think she is a sweet girl. Her picker is just wrong. Her picker is just wrong. But that's the story of them two. And then it's Bada. Oh, where do Bada and Jed? Bada and Jed. Oh, yes. Jed is half Lebanese. Bada is from Kosovo. They hit it off straight away. I think these two are what do you call it? These two are a good match, I generally think. They talk about lots of things. He seems very keen, though. He seems very, very keen. I don't know if it's a bad thing. I don't know. But it's Miss T says my spleen says Javen is there for games. Yeah. I'm there with you, honestly. The thing is, Bada does this very, very, very cute thing. So when she prepares a date for Jed, she does this word search where it has their names in it and they cross over each other. I thought that was so sweet. I love word searches. I haven't done them for years now, but I absolutely love them. And I thought that was just so cute. I thought this is such a good, nice surprise. But yeah, and they have Lebanese food as well. So yeah, one of the times was the search times was falling in love, and she was just like she was saying it without saying it. I thought that was really cute. Obviously he proposes to her, and yeah, he said to her, "Are you stood?" And she was just like, "Yeah, I'm stood," which reminds me of I'm sat, basically. But Jed said to her, "My head, my heart, my gut are all saying the same thing. I did want to ask your family for their blessing beforehand. Will you marry me?" And she was just like, "Of course," And Jed's doing like a little two-step as well. I really liked Bardi, think of Bardi again. Barda's outfit and her look in the reveal. I thought this is her look, because sometimes in the pods I wasn't really feeling the look. Do you know what I mean? Miss T said, looking at the pictures, they look alike. Oh, maybe they do. But I thought they had really good energy between them as well. So they might be our success couple, who knows. But yeah, I thought that was really sweet. And then we went on to like the honeymoon season. So at this point, we have 5 couples. Sarover and Carl, Ashley and Billy, Barda and Jed, Kitisha and Javon, Javeen, and Megan and Kieran. Sorry, I will get their names right. Dyslexia. So we have 5 couples, which is pretty decent going into the honeymoon. The honeymoons are in Cyprus, which they call the island of love. I've never heard Cyprus being described like that before. I'm sure it's lovely. Do you know what I mean? But the island of love, I was like, is it? But okay. Elsa Javine liked that kiss a lot. He was not just for a proposal. No, he was not. But I can't lie, looking at the couples, I was just like, I need a little bit more seasoning, The seasoning was off. It really was. It was not enough. It's not enough for me. So Ashley and Billy, they seem to get on really well. Billy fancies the pants off. Ashley, this is where he was talking about he shaves his legs. He said he shaves his legs due to rugby. Something to do with the recovery. and now he does it on a weekly basis in the bath or something. I was just like, what has rugby got to do with, and recovery got to do with shaving your legs? I don't know. I didn't know that was a thing, but okay. They were sitting by the pool getting very touchy-feely, and he was just like, yeah, you're my type every day of the week and twice on Sundays. So, okay, cool. It is not clear whether they smashed or they didn't smash. Cal and Sarover, they were getting on well, although Cal made it clear that he wanted to talk to Katisha because she done his boy dirty, Demola, his boy dirty, yeah. So that's it. P says that's the rebrand for Love is Blind. Last I heard, Cyprus was a place for RU expats, aka immigrants. Wow, this is it. Is the word cuddles code for smash, or is it really just cuddles? Elsid, I couldn't work it out. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I feel maybe they done bits. They need to do better analogies. They do better ones on Love Island. Yeah. Elsid said he had surgeries a lot and they shaved before surgeries. Oh, okay, cool. Got it. Thank you, Elsid. Appreciate that. It's my opinion says, what is so wrong with him shaving his legs? Isn't it just grooming as oneself, or is there a different connotation I'm not aware of? I don't know. I personally, I think with those kind of things, I'm just a bit more traditional. That I don't want my man shaving his legs unless he absolutely, if he's doing a surgery, then okay, cool. Will you shave your legs? I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. To be fair, like technically, it is unnecessary for women to shave their legs, right? Like it's a societal pressure, but it's one that's so indoctrinated in my brain, I can't stop. Like, do you know what I mean? And I don't like to, well, to be fair, I don't even grow a lot of hair on my legs anyway, so I don't really shave in general. But like for like my armpits, for example, yes, I'm shaving those 100%. And I know it's brainwashing, but I don't care. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't. So like, if it's unnecessary for women to do it, why is the guy doing it? Like, no, it's unnecessary. What for? I know a lot of men in sportsmen who shave their legs. Really? Oh no, it's not. I don't want them to have smoother legs than me either. Yeah, seriously. My thought process might not be logical. I understand it's societal brainwashing. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, but definitely shaving the pits for women. Yeah. And I understand that's the same thing as well. I do. And I accept it. There's just some of those things I can't get rid of, you know? So Cal, yeah, them two are getting on well. He wants to talk to Katisha. Sarover does try to explain that Katisha was really cut up about the whole thing. But again, I'm just saying that I'm not too seeing these two as a complete match. I think even the way they talk, it's just too different. They apparently have a very cute night. And the next day, that's when they talk about the types and everything like that, and where he kind of like makes it clear that his usual type is blonde hair with light eyes. And Cal is Sarova's type. She goes for Asian gym boy, basically. So yeah, she's trying to manage it. We'll see. Miss T is saying private parts should be shaved. Any other part is optional. Yeah, armpit and pubes is a must. Yeah, I think so. Definitely shave. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, seriously. But anyway, Javen and Katisha. So she had this little press book where she kept the flowers that Javen gave her, which was kind of sweet. They sit down for dinner. He's asking questions like, what drew you to me? And she starts talking about, oh, like you were so articulate. I side-eyed it. I can't lie. My natural response when someone says, it doesn't even matter if they're black themselves, that someone says like a black man is articulate, I side-eyed it. What do you mean articulate? But anyway, I know that's a personal thing. Javen said that he's never dated anyone with a Scottish accent before. He's getting used to it, which means, translates to me, I don't like the way that you talk. It's too much hard work for me. And then he says he's not fully there yet, but they've planted the seeds to fall in love, but they're not there yet. Katisha then asks to him, like, you know, how does he feel about things? And he's like, yeah, the time so far has been fun. Exactly. Ridiculous. Anyway, they do a nighttime skin care routine as well. In the morning, they say they enjoyed each other's company. Javen does say in the confessional that we didn't sleep much. I swear to God, this guy can't wait to tell everybody, you know? Then there's a clip where it shows him talking about the last day in the pods, and he said, like, look, it was a roller coaster. He said, Demola was so confident and my bags were packed. And I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this, because Katisha looked hella uncomfortable. She looked like, why are you saying this on camera now? That's what she looked like. I don't know. That threw me off. Barda and Jed, pretty straightforward. He was welling up when they were talking about the future, but they're getting on well. Kieran and Megan both fancy each other. They're making it super, super known. But I don't know if this is lust rather than love at the moment. I'm not sure. Then they have the couple meet up. So Carl hugged Ashley, and I don't know if it was editing, but they made it look long. And Sarover was watching it as well. They made it look friggin' long. Carl did say, though, that Barda is more of his type before this process, but he's going through the processes and he's into Sarover at the moment. Ashley, Barda, and Kitisha are sitting, and Ashley's telling the girls, like, you know, about saying I love you, that it's just coming out, and Barda's like, same. And Keisha's like, then starts doing a big speech where she's looking off into the distance, yeah, very serious. And she's just like, look, I don't want to devalue like what you're saying, but like, I don't want to say it for the sake of it. I'm just like, okay. Seriously. Oh, missing some stuff. Ezra says articulate is a slur. I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Cody says, yeah. It's like, yeah. Oh, you're surprised because you thought I was dumb. Yeah. Keisha looks like, can I return for the other model? This is the thing. In my opinion, said that statement of well articulated is giving microaggression, sorry to say. Yeah, it didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right with me at all. It really didn't. So yeah, so when Katisha's gone, we understand that Ashley's going to be the gossip of the group, because she's just like, yeah, it seems like, you know, some couples, they need to do more learning and more growing, you know, from some couples, you know, but they'll get there. Ashley, seriously. Then we see Sarover, confiding in Ashley about Carl's type. And I was thinking, why the hell would you do this? She is talking to Ashley, who is Carl's type, that this is what Carl's like. She's not what Carl's like. I just thought that was so weird. So then the last thing we see is Carl chatting to Katisha, and Carl basically says that he was close to Demola, and, you know, asks her, why did you choose Javen? Katisha was definitely uncomfortable, and I can't lie, it wasn't his business to even ask those questions at all. And the way he was getting on to her, because he was just like, yeah, well, I guess he'll just dust himself off, right? He'll just pick himself off, will he? Like, even when he didn't do anything wrong. Like, he's really like accusatory, like really getting in. Like, it was just a bit much. But at the same time, I do understand why he's asking those questions, because inquiring minds want to know. We want to know, why did you make that decision? We want to know. So he was acting like the audience in that moment, but a little bit too much. But yeah, his energy was a little bit too much. Katisha, she did answer him, although she didn't really want to. She was just like, my connection with Javen was stronger, and I made the right choice. I know Carl ain't buying it. I know we ain't buying it. But yeah. And she was just like, "Are you happy?" Like, like seriously. But yeah, I don't think he was happy with that response. But is it any of his business anyway? No, not really. It's not. It's not. But we want to know. We're curious. We're curious. So yeah. So then I think they showed a clip of what's coming up. There's some tears and stuff. What else was in that? Oh God, I should have watched it again. Oh, Kitisha meets Demola. We see a clip of Javen and Sophie looking like they're flirting. It did look like that. Barda and Jed had some sort of argument. And obviously we see like clips of it. You can't really 100% see. Oh, we see Aanu in what's his name? Patrick's face saying, "You're a liar, you're a liar, you're a liar." That was funny. That was funny to see. So I want to see how that plays out as well. But yeah, wow. A very good first 4 episodes, I will say. It definitely kept me watching and engaged and wanting to see. Although, again, I do need a little bit more seasoning. You know, do you know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. I'm putting the link in the chat today. Whoever wants to come up on stage and tell me who they like, who they don't like. Who is your favorite person? We didn't even do that at the beginning. But who's your favorite couple at the moment? Who do you think is going to make it? Who's making it? Who's breaking up? Are we going to get any? Someone said we have 3 marriages. I can't remember who said that, but someone said that. Hey, El Cid. Welcome, El Cid, to the stage. Hello.
Oh, hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. How are you? How's things?
Oh, I'm like tired because I was doing a marathon of this in one day.
Oh, wow. Seriously.
I got other shows I got to do. I can't.
How many shows are you doing at the moment, Elsie? How many?
Okay. Is this confessional?
Yes. Tell us.
Probably about 4 other shows, and then I have 2 shows I created myself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot. That's intense. That's intense. It's a lot. But you know what? You seem like you're enjoying it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the nuance too with these folks because I have some very unpopular opinions.
Okay. All right. Hit me with your first one. Go on.
Kieran has not proposed on one knee. Technicality. When the reveal, he did not propose.
Yes. He said, you're absolutely right.
Please take this ring as a sign of our engagement.
He did. He did. Yes, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I did write it down. I forgot to say, but yes, absolutely right. So, yeah. And I think it's to do, because he said he only wants to do this once.
Right. He was stooping in the pod when he proposed. And then when he met her, he said, please accept, please take this as a token or to commemorate our engagement. I said, yeah, not a proposal, Kieran.
It's not a proposal at all. He's an odd one, that one. I was thinking, maybe he's here for his business too?
Does he really need it? Because, gaming business is really huge. So he did not bat an eye when Sophie said she needed those bags.
Yeah.
He did not cringe.
He didn't. So he did go down on one knee, but what he said was not actually, will you marry me? He didn't say that. He kind of used another line. I know I wrote it down. Let me just let me find it.
Let me grab my notes too. He said, take this ring to mark our engagement.
To mark our engagement, yeah. So it kind of goes to the same thing, but you're not saying it. And I feel like the fact that he made a big deal of like, I only want to do this once, I feel like it was intentional. His words were intentional. So he meant not to propose. Yeah. Yeah. Gaming is so profitable. Yeah, it is, Dammy. It is. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe he's trying to do IPO or something. I don't know. Maybe he's trying to get his profile out there. Maybe it can't help in some sort of way. I mean, can't hurt in some sort of way. I don't know.
Right.
Maybe he's bored.
Maybe, but he's a, good looking chap. But I actually thought production at first was the reason that they know what's going on. They knew he wanted to give a gift. And I thought production scheduled her first to throw Sophie off because they know by now Megan will be loud. But Sophie came out and said that her date was first.
Right. So he could have told her, he just didn't want to.
Exactly. Now yes.
Go on, sorry.
No, you're fine. That's what I thought. I was side-eyeing production heavy because I thought they orchestrated the whole Megan gift, Megan go back and get loud. But I'm side-eyeing Megan. She is a player. If y'all don't think she is a player like Javen, Megan is loud. I got a gift. That's my man. She is telling everybody. Megan is a player.
She's trying to win. She is. I just don't. Yeah. The jury's out for me with her. Like, there's something about her that I'm just not trusting. I just don't. And maybe it is that. Well, I just think she was really insensitive. I feel that was really, really insensitive. The way she was like parading the gift and not giving a care in the world with Sophie, with how Sophie would react. But then at the same time, as I was saying, Sophie's not necessarily the nicest person. So maybe you don't give a crap about how she's going to react, right? Do you know what I mean? But I don't think that Kieran really likes her.
Right. Right. Sophie had her Jessica moment of, you will choke when you see me because I'm a good catch. It didn't land as heavy as Jessica's, but I do agree with Sora Bennett in the chat that when he said, I was uncomfortable with when he said, oh, that screaming, that's for me. That's about me.
Yes. I forgot about that. Yes, it's true. He was so proud of himself, isn't it? And he didn't care. So he knew the impact. So even to him to go into that date with Sophie, having heard that screaming, that's cold.
It is. And knowing you didn't tell Sophie and y'all had that date prior. It would have been colder if he had a consolation prize for Sophie. I'm just glad he stood on that and didn't say, well, I got a pair of new socks here for you from Japan here,
That would have been funny.
But my biggest unpopular opinion is, Katisha is just as savage as Javen. Okay. I'm sorry.
Explain why. You need to break it down. Explain why.
Because remember whenever Demola was being emotional, she never really emoted with him. She stayed silent. We saw the hand over her chest. We saw but she never was like too emotional with him. She was distant. And I was like, and then when she called him a kid for Christmas and he's a cutie, and I'm like, she don't like that man. She gonna stay with him to make it to the next level of the show if she had to. But I don't think she emoted to us with the camera. She never verbally was like, oh my God, I really feel the same. She just said, I love my grandma too, but she was not emotional with him. And I was like, Demola, wake up. This young lady is not about you. You are a placeholder. Please.
Sad. So sad, man. I was crying. Oh, hey, Indy. Hey, Indy, how you doing? We all need the TVs to get through the crazy world. It's a good way to pass the time. Yes, it is. Come over to YouTube. So it's just people on Instagram. Yeah, I was sad. That was a hard watch. I hear you. I don't know. Like, I can't lie. There is a side of me where I'm just like, I don't know if she. I don't want to be rude. But I don't know if she has that capability to be that calculated, That's the only thing.
I can see where you're coming from, because she said that her ex, she kept on accepting him back as a cheater.
Yeah. So like, she's not giving bright spark, right? At the moment, what we're seeing, it's not giving bright spark.
Right. Javen was not looking for marriage, damaging. And I knew that the minute we met him, and he said he's here because marriage allows men to live longer. He's never talked about a plan. Yeah. He's never talked about having a wife or a family. He's always talked about how this can benefit me. And how it can benefit men. Generalization. He was never about, I want to make you my wife. I see a future with us together. Never. And I'm like, young lady, he has no plan for you.
Honestly, I think he has. I think Sonia Bali. Sonia Bali was so naughty. Sonia Bali says Katisha, is a French fry short of a Happy Meal. Bro, I think that she has certain patterns and certain traits that she is repeating over and over again. That's what I think. And I think she's doing the same with Javen, honestly.
She said that. She said that is my usual type. And I thought it was awareness at that point. I thought she was aware and she was trying to change the pattern, but she fell right into it.
Yeah. She really did. And that's the thing. Sora's saying the way she did her mug face when she was talking to Cal, I made the right choice. Well, that's the thing. I saw that look, yeah, and I was just like, oh dear. Oh, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. You're in big trouble. Because I'm just like, is everything clicking? It's not clicking. It's not clicking.
Because even look at the mixer. At the end, she and Javen, and I'm sorry, if she did more than cuddle with Javen, like he is insinuating, that man wasn't holding her hand. He was not looking at her. They were standing like two total strangers at the high table, and none of the men are hanging with Javen. None of them like him.
They don't like him, do they? I don't like him, but he seems like when he was saying like, oh, women don't even know what they want. Like, what? Like, this is not a game. Like, what are you actually saying? Like, why are you here, bro? Like, why are you here?
He's here probably for his pill podcast later, probably.
Oh God. What's his YouTube channel, Dammy? Do you know the name of it? Let's look at it. I want to see, because what the hell? What the helly? Oh my God.
But yeah, I don't think it's a lot of things that kind of the way we're told. We know this is an edited show, y'all. We know we're given pieces, to put a narrative, but there are too many instances where the men are not congratulating him. The men were not happy for him. We're at the mixer, and when they walked in, there were barely any cheers. Only the women were happy to see Katisha. It was just like, was Javen ever in the pods? Was he there with the men?
And also, I guess because they date everybody, I guess the other women will know things about him as well. Do you know what I mean? And they might have told their men like how he's coming across, or how he came across to them as well.
Well, except for Sarover, because she was like, well, Katisha had a hard choice to make, and she was protecting her heart. And I'm like, how?
You know what, Sarover? I think she was just trying to express herself with Cal, because I think that was like, let me test the boundaries here.
Yes, Cal, you're not going to come off as attacking at this mixer. The first one we're having as a couple.
Exactly. That was like damage control in advance. Like, yeah, honestly.
Cal listened a little bit because he didn't rush right away that we saw.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing I don't like with the mixer is that I'm so used to mixers where, love triangles get to see each other because they pick somebody else, and it's like, ooh, is this going to be a Mr. Steal Your Girl moment? That's why I was kind of lackluster with it. But seeing Javen and Katisha, I was like, oh yeah, you're in trouble, young lady, because he's not even looking at you, and y'all are standing next to each other.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think she chose wrong. But then also, no, I don't think she chose wrong, because I think she needs to really, really learn the lesson that life is showing her, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is not the type of guy for you. And I think, like, Demola was protected from that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think
he was, because he would have turned into Javen's story, because he would have been giving 100% to her, and she would have been the young lady not giving him back 100%.
Yeah. Do you believe that story though? Do you believe
I don't.
Why don't you believe him? Tell me.
10 months. I'm barely thinking he with somebody for 10 days. Okay. I don't believe that. Unless they are doing his facial routine and shaving his legs, he ain't with nobody for 10 months.
No, I agree. Honestly, I just like, nah, this is convenient. This is like one of those techniques. Make sure you have a story on hand to explain why that you're distant or something, It seems like one of them type of things. I want to find Javen's YouTube.
Yeah, because my other one was about, I had to explain Patrick and Aanu.
Patrick and Aanu. Oh, okay. What did you say there?
I had said Aanu wasted his time too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she did.
Why?
Why would a young lady who is about her Christianity, her Bible, fasting, prayer, on the prayer call line, deal with anyone who is not have faith at all? Why are we dealing with him? And then he says something wild about his spleen, a body part. I mean, really.
The spleen talk would have taken me out. And I think all the other girls, someone said everybody else thinks he's like too deep or something like that. And I think she kind of got in her mind, well, he's not too deep for me. And also as well, they have Christianity as their commonality. So it's not like he's not saying he's not religious. He's just saying that my spleen talks to me.
But he said he walked away from it. So, I mean, how are we going to do this if you walked away?
But she might have thought like, I can bring him back, And or
then,
like there's enough there to bring him back.
And then she said if her mother does not agree that she will leave him. I'm like, well, you need to be home and let mama be the matchmaker, because unless mama bring them home, she may not approve of them.
But I think also that was a protective thing as well. Like I think that there's probably more nuance there in terms of what she's saying, and I think that was a protective thing. Like, I'm not on my own. Like, I have people to check for me,
But then how are we going to raise the children? How is our household going to be? Are you going to understand that this is a point where I'm fasting and I'm on the prayer line? It's like and this is not to say I have, people in my family, my husband and I are on two different religious, paths.
Okay.
And the thing is that they can work just like, Sarover and Cal can work, but it's like, I didn't hear anything from him that led me to believe it could.
You know what is true? I think like, and I can't speak for all Nigerians here, but like, definitely you can have mixed faith marriages for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty normal. I don't know about what he believes, but like I don't know. Yeah. So maybe that didn't raise alarms to me, because it's normal for like one person to be like a Christian, one person to be a Muslim, and that's fine. Like, there's no problem.
They're deep. They have their faith. His is not technically a faith. Can you imagine Aanu bringing him home to her mother, and he's talking about his spleen?
His spleen. What is spleen? That's what she's gonna say. What is
I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, this is a body. What happens if you are sick and you got to lose your spleen? What are we then? Adrift? What are we doing?
Well, this is one of the questions when I was doing all that deep research. Yeah, that's one of the questions. Like, can you still feel this have this guidance if you don't have your spleen? Because some people they have to get it removed and stuff, right? So, you know, and you can still be alive, but you're just.
Did you watch Love Is Blind Sweden?
No, I didn't.
Okay, Sweden has someone who is similar to him.
Okay.
Named Ola. That was in season 2, if anybody watched. And the minute I heard him talk about spleen and the feelings, I said, ooh, we have an Ola 2.0. Ola believed in the universe and trajectory, and the universe will help guide you and move you, but you got to have long hair, and you can't smoke, and you can't eat candy, and you cannot. He had a long list.
Yeah.
And he would always have like sound effects. You'd always hear him making sounds. And it's like, dude, please no. Please no.
Stop. You know who he reminds me of as well? Like, there was this guy in Married at First Sight last year or the year before. And he was with, oh God, he was very tall. And he used to talk to this girl like, they were very sexual very early on. And they were in love like straight away. Oh, what was his name? And he used to basically say like, oh, you know, you're not intellectual enough for me. Like, I'm going to teach you. He was going on like.
I remember because I vaguely watched. I'm a Married at First Sight Australia girl.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love Australia. I mean, every January I'm about Australia.
Yeah.
But I do remember because I used to see clips online about him speaking down to her, like if she did not, you know, get herself to her grown age without learning a thing or two.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name, but he was given cult leader. And it's a similar sort of thing. It's just really manipulative because and also as well, when Patrick was like, when he was saying to Katisha, like, not Katisha, sorry, Aanu, sing. And like, I just thought it was really, really, I found it a little bit menacing, to be honest. Do you know what I mean?
I can see that. I can see it.
Thank you. Yes, Bradley and Show. Thank you, Sonia. Yes, Bradley. It was giving Bradley vibes.
I can see that. I bought a ticket for the show and I put on a show. I can see that with his tone possibly. But for me, it's like, it could have been, you know, would you sing for me, you know, at some point. He could have asked rather than demand.
Yes.
But I also am like, Aanu, you are a singer. That is your profession. You are on Netflix. It is an international show. If you do sing on your own, it is certainly going to be good advertising. Yeah. I saw it on a different, I was already done with him. And I was more like, how can Aanu benefit from this camera time?
Yeah, that's true. I feel, I hear you. I think that, we had a little snippet when she was like practicing, you know, but like, and she was going to do it, right? Do you know what I mean? He just shut things down before she got a chance to. But I think the way he was asking her put her off. Like, she isn't a performing donkey. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, she's just not. Like, why would you do that?
Right. That's why it would be better if he asked her, said, well, would you sing for me at some point? Or would you sing at our wedding? You know, or would you sing to our kids? He kind of like he was like Javen for me. He wasn't talking about too much future together. Here's my plan. Here's what our day-to-day life will be like, you know, as my wife, you know, here are my expectations for the relationship. What are yours? The conversations did not lead to future for me. But he did have better questions than she did. He did have some intentional questions, but I don't know what his intention was.
Okay, because I was going to say, because his intention seems like he's trying to recruit for his organization. Do you know what I mean? That's what it seemed like to me. Because, go on, sorry.
Looking at Dammy J saying, you know, casting hire me to sniff out these, you know, idiotes. I'm sorry, casting has got to cast them.
Why?
You've got to. What are we going to talk about then? If we have no Javen, if we have no Patrick, who are we talking about?
No, Patrick can go. But Patrick, You know
what
what?
are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't even have time to put together what I watched in order to get the information that I got. Yeah.
Oh, I know what you watched because we probably watched the same thing.
It's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
And he's a gateway. That's nah. He does not need to be there. That's a danger to society. If what they're saying is true, because allegedly. But yeah, like I find that worrying. And we don't need a Patrick. I can see an argument for Javen. I can see an argument for him, but not Patrick. Mm-mm.
But again, this is editing. Production had the ability to cut him out.
Yeah.
So again, somebody greenlit having Patrick on here, knowing he and Aanu were not going to become engaged. That is a bigger issue for me. Why did we have to see Patrick and Aanu at all? So this is feeding into, us as ladies being put out there to be embarrassed because she had her song, she was ready, she was on par, and he, rudely, I want to hear it now. You didn't want to do what I want you to do when I wanted you to do it, so I don't want to hear you, and goodbye. Why did we have to see that when we could have a whole lot of other footage from the other couples?
Right. I wanted to see Yolanda.
Yes.
Like, what happened with her?
We didn't even see her in a clip in a pod. Yolanda was just there to rub Sophie's back. That's all we saw from Yolanda.
Sophie bullied her from the start as well. We didn't even see Yolanda go into a pod. Did she go inside a pod?
We did not see that. We didn't even see her on the aisle walking to a pod.
That's what's crazy, man. That's out of order.
Right.
She got cut from the show. Oh, you found Javen's YouTube. Please. What's the link? What's the name? Send it to me. Put it in the group or send it to. Can you? Oh no, I don't know if you can send it in the chat. If you can't, send it to me on Instagram, please. Ola from Sweden was part of the cult who made national news, and they were warning people that it was a cult. Ola brought the cult leader as a family friend and said his girl was not it. What?
I did not realize she was a cult leader, Sonia Bali. When I was done with Sweden, I was done. I actually was planning a trip to Sweden next year.
Oh,
because
really?
I had reached out to some of the cast there. When I tell you Sweden hits every season, 1 and 2. 1 and 2, Sweden, it like how I am about maths, Australia, I can't miss that. Just like, I have to say, Netflix, you're doing me dirty. You're really doing me dirty. Because in September, Love is Blind, both Brazil, season 5, which is about the 50 and over group.
Oh, okay.
And France is on the same day.
Oh, okay. So you're doing double time.
I have to do double time, but there's a famous African-American couple that is hosting France. So,
okay.
So yeah, it's on the same day, but I have to do Brazil first because, when my channel started, the folks from Brazil, when I first did it, they really have been supportive. So Brazil is going to be first, and then I will definitely do France at the same time, but Brazil's recaps will be first. I can't wait for the seniors. I really can't.
Oh, wow. No, that should be cool. I need more hours in a day, like, honestly, because I want to watch everything. I really do.
Who's hosting France? Let me look it up. I did put a posting on my channel. He is a famous Olympic athlete, and his wife is well known too. Let me look them up because I thought, I was like, oh yes, they were absolutely favorite immediately as I saw them.
Yeah. I think I know who you're talking about actually. So,
yeah, it's all the way. I can't believe I made so many posts. I'm looking for it. Like, where are you? You couldn't be this far down.
Palmer. Okay, cool. Javen Palmer. Found it. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Might as well.
Oh, I do have the information for the France couple.
Oh, okay. Put in your
Go
link
ahead.
as well. No, go for it. Go put in your link in the chat.
5-time Olympic judo champion Teddy Reiner and his partner and mother of 2 children, Luthna Plokas, they will be hosting Love is Blind Francais.
Okay. Thank you, Miss T. Thank you, Dammy. This is Javen's YouTube.
Yes, September 10th is France, and September 10th is also Love is Blind Brazil Season 5, which is seniors 50 and above.
Okay.
Their trailer is a riot. You know, seniors have no filter.
Yeah. That's going to be hilarious. I can already see why this hasn't come up on my list.
Oh, no. Is he selling beard oil?
I don't know, but he should. No, he's like, let's see. Oh, living in Thailand. Oh, he's a Mai Tai. Leaving the UK will not fix your problems. Here's why. Typical day in Thailand. Black dads are a failure. Oh God. Let's see what he has of black. I could have figured the fatherless crisis no one's talking about.
Caribbean kids in the UK are growing up without their dads. And that's not just a stat, it's a crisis. I grew up with friends that never knew their fathers. And today, some of them are in prison, some of them are thriving. And all in all, it made me ask, what role does a dad really play in someone's life? Over the past 15 years, community leaders, social experts have pretty much raised alarm bells about something. And it is the myth. There are like deep pockets. There's like very deep pockets of areas where they call men deserts, where there's just no fathers. And these are like inner city places in London, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham. It's usually in the major cities where there's obviously inner cities. And that's usually where the black people are the most. Hence why, you know, they call them men deserts. And it's a little bit worrying, to be honest.
Okay, this is not content for me. That's okay. But yeah, are we born stupid? What's going on? Javen is in Thailand now. Oh, is he? Okay.
Why is it that black boys are least likely to succeed in school in the UK? They're the most likely to be excluded, written off, and ultimately misunderstood. And if you're a parent of a young, I know people are going to be in the comments, Caribbeans, what are you talking about? It could be Grenadians, Barbadians, Trinidad and Tobago. Like, let's just say Caribbean because the data doesn't separate us like that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Now, I'm not a fatalistic person, so I do believe everyone has a possibility to move up the social ladder. There is social.
I've had enough of like black men like giving their takes. I've had enough of black male takes. I've had my fill for the year. I'm good. What did he say his job was? What was
personal trainer? He was a personal trainer, fitness trainer.
Yeah. Oh God.
Well, if he's in Thailand, I'm sure Katisha is not with him.
That is true. But then does she seem like the type of person who would be like, okay, go to Thailand, that's okay?
Yeah, because she said she accepted her cheater back every single time.
Right. So, wow.
Now, my question is, Katisha, in all of this, remember what her job was?
She's a nanny and a makeup artist.
I will not be renewing your contract as nanny after seeing all this. I'm sorry. You're taking a sip. I'm sorry.
What?
I wouldn't want you taking care of my kids with this. I mean...
Serious. No, she hasn't done anything wrong. She hasn't done anything wrong. Like, do I question
your decision-making process is off.
Yeah. Would I question her judgment? Yeah. But that doesn't mean she can't look after her kid. That's do you know what I mean?
No, I said my kids. Nobody else.
Kids. Yeah.
You know, and my youngest is 18. Definitely don't need it, but
oh my God. Katisha. I want to know more. I want to know more about what happened. And maybe Demola and Katisha. They could be back together. They did meet up.
Here's the thing. They could be a Nicole and Benaya 2.0. It could be. Or a Zach and Bliss. Could be. But if they did more than cuddles on the first night, Demola, you better say no.
Why?
Then she's quick to jump in. I'm sorry.
But she's been through a cycle. Nah, that doesn't bother me. It shouldn't bother him. It shouldn't. She got caught up. Happens to people all the time. She got caught up.
Caught up and it's out there, and Javen is happy to tell everybody about it. I mean, he's attracted to her. We saw that on the reveal when he was walking away.
Javen attracting to her.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about the shorts of the trousers?
After I got past the fact that his ankle socks are showing in that sneaker that did not match the outfit, after I got past that, I was like, Javen, the pants are too tight.
They're too tight. They're way too tight. And
you're too happy. You're too happy on the walk back.
Yeah, but I feel like that might be just a lust thing. I don't know. Yes. It just seemed like a bit of a lust thing. But he did make it clear that that's what that was a priority for him. Or that's what the edit showed us as well, to be fair. Because he did come out of a clip, didn't he? Where's my TikTok? He did come out of a clip and he said something about like, you guys aren't seeing everything. It's just like, okay, cool. But even in what he said, it was like, okay, but this isn't telling us anything either. Like, where is it? I saved it. Where is it?
Even if we didn't see everything in totality of what he's saying, from women don't know what they want. I want to be married so I can live longer. You have given them a lot of fodder to use to paint you in a certain light.
Yeah.
I don't do grand gestures. Don't look for gifts from me. It is just, so much.
The only thing he puts effort into is his beard.
And his social media. I mean, the beard was glistening in the lighting.
Yeah.
If he put in effort in the beard, maybe he needs to put in more effort in the ladies, and it will flourish like the beard.
Yeah. Okay, this is what he's saying.
All right, just on a run. But I want to tell you guys the truth about Love is Blind, episode 1 to 4. Excuse the sweaty face. I've seen some of the chat out online. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that people are enjoying it as well. But what you need to understand, one of the key things I'll say is, and I'm not going to say anything that the show hasn't put out on Instagram already, but as they said, it's shot over 11 days, and you get to date everyone, and each date gets longer. So I can't remember, but I think we was calculating the time frame, and if the person that you will hopefully end up with, you spend over 20 hours just talking, So imagine as an editor having to cut down 20 hours into footage.
Okay.
Now, in 20 hours of dating, obviously they're gonna pluck the most like juicy, controversial things that you say, or not controversial, but like the more triggering things that you talk about. Obviously, that's natural. If I was making a TV show, I would do the damn same thing. So like, and also they put together certain parts that are not in relation. So you have to remember that. Like there's a part where I talk about not gaslighting, what do I say? The love bombing comment, right? Like even that, some things I can't remember too well, but that wasn't about Demola, now that I think about it. But if you look closely, they don't show me on screen and they have me say something about Katisha, then they go straight into that. But actually I was talking about someone else and another person, because I also remember we're dating other people as well. So there's a lot of context to it that gets missed. So even 1 to 4, and then even like the actual dates. So obviously the big story is, Katisha picks me, right? From episode 1 to 4. But what you don't see is like, they show it, but there's a lot more context to the day that she said, I'm not the one, and that Demola is the one, right? There's a lot more context to that, which they obviously can't show everything, because again, it's over 20 hours of dating. But obviously the day that she lets me down and says she's gonna go with him, like even in our date, there was so much more to it, and how she explained it and so on and so forth. And even how we just continue talking. But again, context.
Well, they continue talking because he didn't leave. Do you know what I mean?
That's what the comment said.
Yeah.
You already broke my heart, and I'll stay and enjoy my drink. Oh, are you a professional? And somebody put,
Yeah.
The comments are giving me. It's like, I mean, you were yourself, gave her nothing, but she chose you, and that's on her.
Oh, Katisha, let me just listen to the last.
And then, lastly, this is nothing to do with me, but like people talking about, episode 1, how people saying I love you or proposing on episode 1.
Or is this just general?
Go on Love Is Blind's Instagram. You'll see they explain it. That look, it's shot over 11 days.
Yeah, that's true. They do say. I was going to show that earlier as well. Actually, what was it? Gosh,
this doesn't explain anything, young man. We know this already.
At all. There's no insight. Again, minimal effort.
He put an effort in his run though.
Oh, okay. How do we even know that's true? We didn't see you running. We just see you wet.
He got a weighted vest, so he'll do grand gestures for himself.
For himself, but that's it.
That does look like Thailand in the background.
It does look like Thailand. Now looking at it now, because I had no idea before. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so yeah, I think this is what he's talking about. The Love Is Blind. They did this little post saying, marriage is legally binding. Yes, paperwork and all. How long did the contestants spend in the pool? The couples date intensely for approximately 10 days, often spending hours in deep conversation during each date. Can contestants ask about appearances in pod? Yes, but it's discouraged to keep the focus on emotional connection. So everybody said, you know what? Forget about that. Forget about that rule. We're not doing that. How many gold goblet? What? Approximately 50. Okay, cool. No one goes. How many pod squares are there? 15 pod squads. How many pod squad are there? 15 men and 15 women in the experience. Into the experiment. Yeah. Okay, cool. But yeah. So those are the little bits he's talking about. But so he's given us nothing.
Absolutely nothing. A whole
Just
bunch of sweat.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But he said that. He had to have said that. Now, we know it could be taken out of context. I know it. When he said the love bombing, I knew it could be anyone. Mm-hmm. Heck, it could be Kieran with that whole, Japanese ornament. It could be that. But, and they edited straight to Demola. And, oh gosh, I forgot the other guy sitting on the couch next to him looking dejected. I knew it was a setup because when you watch the whole scene, there's no one on the couch when Javen is talking about, love bombing. So that was editing. Even
if it's not to Demola, you're doing it to somebody, right? You're criticizing somebody, right? Do you know what I mean? So that doesn't make you. What are we talking about here? Do you know what I mean?
This is the type of man who he puts in no effort. He said he does not do grand gestures. He doesn't buy you anything, but he is going to talk to his boys. If his boy is like, oh, I bought her this and she really appreciates it, he's going to be the one like, you ain't got to do all that.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do. He's the one, really bringing, the value down in any type of emotional expression, any type of gifts you do in your relationship. Yeah. He's going to be, he sounds like, I don't know him. He sounds like that type of guy. But the thing is telling to me is that none of the men celebrate him. That was all I needed to know. None of them are really his friends. Only Jed kind of chuckled when he said the love bombing thing. But if you look at the two men that were next to him, Cal and another guy, nobody's there laughing at his jokes.
No one is. They don't really thingy. I think I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like an arrogance or something going on. But they don't like the cut of his jib. They don't like it at all. I was going to ask you quickly while you're there. Love Island reunion, USA, coming up. Thoughts, feelings? Are you excited? Not excited?
I'm going to break your heart on this one.
Oh.
I only keep up with you and Kojo and with Love Island. I do not watch.
Oh, you don't watch it? Okay, cool.
At all.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know that.
It's too much. It's too much of a Las Vegas circus for me.
Okay, fair.
I don't believe any of them technically until they make it outside and trying to do the relationship. It's too much mix up, and another person today and another person tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I'll keep up in the chat with y'all. I
appreciate it.
Totally support. You give me great clips, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So, that's why I'm in the chat, really, just enjoying myself. But Love Island ain't for me.
No, okay, fair. Well, yeah, I think it's gonna. I don't know what to expect. They've done like a bit of a teaser type thing with Andy Cohen, which had Amaya and Brian. I don't know if you remember them too, and Maya and Brian, obviously they won, and Nick and Olandria as well. And they had the same two of them, like on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah, so this is a big deal. It's a big deal now, right?
They're being managed well. Amaya and Brian are being managed well because you don't see them all over social media. You're not oversaturated with seeing them. So it leads me to believe that they're doing more than just a reunion with them. They're probably gearing them up for something else.
Yeah. Does anyone know if no, I hear that. Does anyone know if Huda made it to the recording or not? Because I'm getting mixed reports. Some people are saying that she wasn't there, and then I feel like Andy was saying that she was there.
Right. They're kind of keeping folks on their heels so you can show up to see if she did. They kept that really under wraps. Nobody's talking, not even the driver, if she went.
Yeah. Still no word from her to be in there. That's what I'm saying. It's interesting. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Miss T saying I've never been interested in watching the reunions. Really? Like, I'm hoping some things do get addressed. I know usually they're not that great. They're not that great. But I'm hoping, people saying yes, she was there. Okay, cool. I'm hoping some things get addressed. I hope she has a moment to take back her words saying that she was bullied in the villa and not pulling in her audience as well. I hope that is a bit of a resolve. I'm guessing Sierra is definitely not going to be there as well. She did. Oh, okay, good. Sonia's saying, but she was in New York during the filming, so she would definitely be there, being the the clout trout that she is. No. Yeah. It wouldn't be Sonia if there weren't a bit of shade in there. You know what I mean?
I would love to know what the species of trout that clout trout is. Where's the spawning area?
That is hilarious. Everyone was there, and at the end of the night, we saw her going out in a car where the studio was. Oh, okay, cool. Okay. I'm looking forward to it. I'm interested in what they're gonna say. I'm interested in Olandria confronting Clark about his comments about saying he wasn't attracted to her.
Now, was Andy the host of the last reunion?
No.
Okay, so I'm wondering, why is he here? I thought so.
Because it's big. It's bigger now. Like, do you know what I mean? So I don't know it seems like they're merging universes by having him on it.
He's Bravo.
Yeah, exactly, right? So it seems strange to me. So I'm excited to see it.
I'm excited for it to just be wrapped up.
Theory. But it's not going to be wrapped up, because then aren't they going to go? So how are they going to work now? So beyond the villa. So next season, is it going to be these guys? Do they all get one season, or will they integrate? Like, to be fair, it's like they've created what do you call it? I can't even think of the word. The IP to keep this going forever.
Exactly. Really. And that's what I think most of the other shows wish to do, to kind of like keep a trajectory. But definitely Love Island has mastered that. Temptation Island could do it too, but I don't think the production studios have really used what they have very well, because even Maps could do it. Truly, Maps could do it. Beyond the altar. You could, for those who stayed married, or even for those who didn't stay married, you could do a longer, season of catching up a year later,
Yeah. Oh, sorry. That's my 6 o'clock alarm. That's I literally have that on daily to stop working.
You don't want to know how many alarms I have, not just to start working, stop working. It's an alarm for this, an alarm for that, a reminder in my calendar of all the shows and when they're on. Yeah.
Honestly, I have to keep on my toes, seriously. Especially when you're juggling so much like you are as well. Like I can imagine, kind of need to.
Heck, I had to cook dinner this morning because I was like, "There's no way." Because later on today, I do Project Runway. So
really? Okay.
Yeah. So at 5 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, I cover Project Runway, and we have a good old laugh, or we have a good old assessment.
Yeah. Lovely.
And the funny thing is, I'm not the fashion girly,
Okay.
I call myself your fashion-less friend. I'm not your fashionable friend. But I love Project Runway. I love the designs they create. And I'm like, let's talk about it. I love it.
I haven't watched it in such a long time, actually. Seriously. But I used
Law Roach is a judge. That's why I'm covering it. Oh, and he is giving.
Oh, I did not know that. Like, I think I saw a clip recently, actually. That's what it was. I didn't put 2 and 2 together. But like someone was trying to argue with him and he was just like, "What? Why are you still talking?" Essentially. Oh gosh.
I don't think Law Roach is rude. If you don't think Simon Cowell is rude, Law Roach, he isn't rude. He's very direct and he doesn't say it how you want to hear it. But everything he tells you is true. If you're doing this and he's like, this is not going to work, or this looks like the old lady. Well, he told someone that their outfit looked like, the woman is in the labor bed and the baby is coming. So, and it did look like that after he said it. And you look at it, you're like, oh, yeah. Yeah. But he he is on point. So the only thing, I would say I don't like is that they leave you with a cliffhanger. You don't know who's voted off until the beginning of the next episode. But it is awesome. Then we have, cross-pollinators. We have someone who was from Project Runway in the Philippines. We have someone who was on RuPaul's Drag Race. There's, cross-pollination. We have people they brought back from prior seasons, but yeah.
Lovely. So like fan favorites from different regions, different eras and stuff.
Maybe one was a fan favorite. I didn't even know they were part of the Philippines one, and I went back to watch it. But yeah, a lot of the clips that you see is on point. They're just some favorite parts of Project Runway that they don't show, like how they pick the models, more about the models, because I love getting to know the models too. But but no, it's a good time. I just take pictures of the fashion and we just talk about the fashion.
Yeah.
And see if the judges got it right.
I love that. That's really cool. Oh, I wish I had time to do more, honestly. But yeah, I think I've also as well, like I've revised my viewing roster. Like it's like I'm literally only going to be doing Love Island stuff, and that's UK, USA only. I'm not doing more than that. And Love is Blind, UK, USA.
Well, you have until October. Love is Blind Denver is coming in October.
Oh, is that October as well? Jesus.
Yep.
I did not know that, but okay, cool. That's fine.
I don't think you would like to see my schedule, because it's not just that. Love is Blind. I told you Brazil, France. We're supposed to have Mexico this year as well. We're supposed to have USA. It is a lot of Love is Blind being dropped in the same year.
I'm definitely not doing all of that. I can't. I really can't. And my event is what do you call it? My event that I do as my day job is in October. So there's no way. So I'm even scared for Love Island Games, because that drops 16th of September. So I know that's going to run into October. So
maybe I can tempt you. Love is Blind for 2026 is supposed to have the Netherlands, Poland, Canada, Germany Part 2, and Argentina Part 2.
absolutely not.
Girl, Argentina was wonderful. Argentina was amazing.
That is two things. Unless, you know what, if I was doing nothing else, then cool. Like, do you know what I mean? But I just can't, like, I just have to be realistic. And I'm
at work. I have wireless headphones on. So while I'm working, I'm listening.
I don't know how you do it. I can't do it. I get too distracted. Like, and also as well, like I get zoned in to, like, if I'm watching something that I enjoy, then that takes all my focus, so I can't do anything else. Do you know what I mean?
Understood. I understand it. And then I would stop and, on my phone, make a note about this, like Kieran, make a note he didn't really propose. I just make a couple notes, and when I get home from work is when I film and edit and post.
Yeah.
So my members get it like as soon as I post it, and then everyone else will get it later on, if not the next day.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh my God, I need to set up my members. That's one of my tasks this weekend. So I'm setting up my memberships. I haven't done it. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. Keisha said, Charlotte, I'm way behind in the life. No problem, house duties. But I have to say that I got teary-eyed when Demola said goodbye to Katisha too. And it was the oh boy. Oh yeah, I know. That did it for me. Anyway, gotta go back. Yeah, cool, no problem. Yeah. Yes, Sora, follow Elsid. Elsid, drop your link to your page.
Okay, let me grab it. I have a lot to do. I have a lot going on. But in my membership, we let me just tell you, we do something called unsolicited advice, where people go online and asking for advice.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring it on Sundays. I bring it and we talk about what kind of advice, and sometimes it's real, like a real advice, like they're health professionals in my chat, and they're like, go. And some of them is wild, like I bring those too. But in my membership, it's 18 and over, advice for 18 and over conversations.
Yeah. I love that. Seriously, the kitty should be here anyway, man. Seriously.
Right. And because of YouTube, I still have to say certain things. And because I was raised under the Queen's English, okay? And so I have these words that I can use that's approved for YouTube, and everybody gets it, and they get a good cackle. They're like, how in the world did you come up to using that word to define that and get past the YouTube bots? I was like, hey, I just trying to see if it worked.
Yeah, love that. You got to try everything on these YouTube streams. I'm telling you. It's so good. You have to be clever.
You do have to use your vocabulary wisely, because YouTube is out here. But I have to say they've been really wonderful. I a micro channel, that's how I call myself. Same. I am less than 1,000 subscribers, but I was very, very blessed that they reached out to me and allowed me to have memberships, to have certain things that they don't normally allow unless you're 1,000 and above.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I've used that. I'm trying to use that wisely. We're having a good time. My channel is not about anything but having a good old time. I'm not doing the sensationalism. So, everybody knows, come to my channel, especially on a Friday night. We get a good cackle. We cover, a year in music. We start off the weekend right. It's just for a good old time.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds really cool. I feel like I'm like in that area. I'm in that space as well. Like personally. Yeah. I feel like life is too hard to be dealing with all the serious stuff all the time. Like I don't find joy in that. Do you know what I mean? For my spare time almost, right? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's why we enjoy your vlogs. I love seeing your vlogs.
Thank you so much. That's another thing I need to get back on as well. Do you know what I mean? But one step at a time. I can't lie. I did think I would be ready this week to get that up, but I don't know, these last couple of weeks have just been really difficult, like some difficult news and stuff. But I'm just trying to ease my way back into it. Obviously, there's been major change this year as well. So like, I'm just trying to take one step at a time. Like I said at the top of the show, I have finally decided that I'm definitely doing a pod by myself, which is a little bit scary. So I'm going to commit to doing that.
It shouldn't be scary. You have a lot to say. You have a lot we want to hear. And, the way you say it gives us life. I mean, I think you're underestimating yourself and your crowd because, we watch everything. So just lean more into it. We're with you.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that. You guys are so supportive and you're very, very supportive as well. I appreciate that. But I think you know what? And this is the thing, not to bring it back to the show, but I think I recognize parts of Katisha about that. Do you know what I mean? Of not, that kind of doubting yourself a little bit or just going with what you usually do. It's like in the same family.
Don't worry. I have the same doubts. I had the same doubt when, I created the 2 shows for my channel. Mm-hmm. I doubted anybody would want to see, doubted anybody would want to know. Mm-hmm. And then I would ask, am I supposed to be here? And then, when I asked about the membership, I said, nobody wants to join my membership. I mean, we're having a good old time out here. And then I put it out there. I was, I listened. It wasn't my spleen talking, but I listened. And I put it out there and it's been, very well received.
I love it.
So you just got to step out there and we're going to be with you.
People subscribe to Elsie Dummy. Subscribe. Come on. I love it. I love it.
Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to talk to her backstage about getting this membership.
No, I'm going to do it. Thank you so much, Holy. I appreciate you. Sometimes you don't know because sometimes you're just talking to the camera, it's not. It's fun. It's an odd phenomenon,
But you're talking to the camera, but you're talking to us, and so it's like if you send a telegram. When you send a letter, the person will get the message. So put it out there. I mean, you could have one of your vlog sections of being live walking through, and that's members only.
Yeah. Do you know what? Yeah, I hear you. That's very, very true. And even vlogging, yeah. If you see where I started,
I've gone back. When the walls were not striped behind you.
But yeah, it's very different. Very, very different. And I was so and I don't know, because I genuinely have a very, very good poker face for sure. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if you can always see when I'm super nervous and anxious and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But filming outside, for example, is such a challenge. Every time that you see a shot with my camera up, outside, that for me to get that, especially when I'm on my own, oh my God, the mental gymnastics that I have to go through. It's draining, but I'm still doing it anyway. But I'm just, do you know what I mean? It's just a challenge. It really
when you took the train elsewhere and you were going for a meeting and you were early, even if you just walked around the area like that, just as a quick 5-minute live with your members or out in the open, that is content.
Yeah, content. Anything can be content, to be fair.
I mean, you're not walking around your neighborhood because protect that at all costs.
Yeah.
But you're somewhere. You took the train. You're far away from home, and you're you post that. If you do it live, I only say members only because that's also protecting your location. Mm-hmm. And so that's the only reason. I'm not trying to ice anybody out who isn't a member, but it's certainly still protecting your live location unless you do it like right before you're leaving the area.
Yeah.
And do it that way on your exit out and make it seem like you just arrived.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah, I never do that anyway, like post where I am. Not on that.
Yeah, I never do it either until and then I went to, it doesn't have to be. I went to a girlfriend of mine, her boyfriend wigged out on her. He's an ex now. And she had tickets to a concert and he wigged out on her, and she just called me 2 hours before the concert. Do you want to come? I'm like,
yeah,
okay, fine. Yes, I'll come. And after the show, somebody called me out on the street, and I was like, ooh. I mean, it was a positive experience, but I did not think anybody would recognize me or know me in public.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
And my girlfriend didn't even know about my YouTube channel because she wasn't interested.
She's not interested at all.
She's yeah, whatever.
She's got stuff going on, to be fair.
Right. She'll barely remember I went live. She'll be like, yeah, that online thing you do. But so the Uber ride back home was really interesting because she's like, what the heck was that?
Oh, I love that, man. Being out and stuff. It happens sometimes. I always get weirded out.
I do too.
Because I don't know. Sometimes, because my memory, you guys know anyway, my memory is not always on point. Do you know what I mean? It's not always cooperating in the moment that I need it. So like, I don't always know if the people that I'm seeing, do I know them? Like, seriously. Sometimes I think I do, and I'm quite a smiley person as well. So I'm just like, hey, like,
You know what? For merch, you should have a T-shirt that says "Hello, my name is."
Oh, Sonia. No, that's true. That would be fun. I like those. I've seen, who has one of them? Oh, do you watch New Rockstar? Probably not. Have you heard of New Rockstars?
No,
they do like a lot of Marvel reviews, like comic superhero and stuff and everything like that. They do a lot of that. But yeah, I think the guy Eric Voss, he has that "Hi, my name is" T-shirt on him. Yeah,
I know something called like Crush Recaps or something like that. That guy does have it as well. He dresses like a Blockbuster.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I watched them. Yeah. I watched them.
One. Yeah, he does. No, only because he said you don't know if you know them. It could be like, "Hi, hey, my name is."
That would be cool, actually.
I'm a Sadenian.
Yes, so that is coming because I do actually need to sort out my merch store, because that's what I used to do as well. I used to have like a whole t-shirt company, t-shirt hoodies and stuff. I used to do that with some family members, and then we kind of like shut it down. But yeah, so I am bringing that back actually. So that's something I need to do, because I know you guys will be loving some of my t-shirts, so I'm gonna get that. Yeah, Dammy, that's what it is, man. People move on. What did you think about the new Captain America getting caught with a young woman? Oh, well, Anthony Mackie, that's his name, isn't it? But I mean, was it a young woman or a woman his age, or like, because he's divorced, right? No, that's fine. I think he's divorced. He's single as far as I know. I don't know how old the woman was. I don't know. But he looks, every time he takes a photograph, it's a meme. He just looks so memeable. But I did think, like, because it was in London, apparently, and I was thinking, who is that girl? I want to know who she is. But yeah,
all the press wants to know who she is. My thing is, it's a little too much. If you're out there filming and it's a lot of heavy PDA all over, like it's not just one location, several locations all over the UK. I mean, heck, AD and Ollie were all over the UK. We wasn't seeing all that.
No, but like if they're together, what's the? I don't know.
That's the thing. Are they together?
Well, this is the thing. Yeah, that's what I would like to know, just out my nosy self. But at the same time, I'm just like, well, if everything is fine, then what's the issue? I think like he underestimated people recognizing him, over here. He must underestimate that. But nah, our press is some of the worst in the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no damage. He's divorced. Yeah,
he's divorced. Yeah. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, how it broke down, but yeah. But he looks like a meme. He's so memeable. Who's been watching Perfect Match? Sonia, I dropped off Perfect Match. I can't lie. I don't think it's for me. I really wanted to watch it so bad, and it was just getting on my nerves. Like, I got up to when Freddie entered the villa. Is it the villa? Is that what they call it? Well, Freddie got there. I got up to there. Then I was just like, this is so manufactured. I can't do it.
So yeah, he divorced back in 2017.
Oh yeah.
They were only married for 3 years.
Oh.
They've been together for a long time though, but they were only married for 3 years.
Okay, cool. Maybe he's not the marrying kind. Or maybe she's not, to be fair. But yeah. Sora says at first I thought it was a shot from shooting, but then I seem to be real. So apparently Spider-Man is shooting at the moment. So it might be he might be around because of that. Your guy seems to be with an LA girl. I know. Freddie. Sad times.
Freddie the mortician?
Yes. But can you not say it like that?
I'm sorry.
Freddie from Love is Blind.
Okay. Oh, Freddie the mortician. Okay. Is that better?
Well, technically, he wasn't a mortician. He's a funeral director. That's not the same.
Okay. Funeral director.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
Freddie, are the doors hanging yet? That's all I want to know.
Probably.
Are we still lifting the whole door to block off in the door frame? That's all I need to know.
He's probably not even home. Do you know what I mean? He's so busy. And that's the thing. I think he's showing that, yeah. I think there's going to be a whole, what would be amazing if there is literally a whole reality, like the MCU, like a whole universe. And you can kind of like go, well, they're kind of doing it. Go on like lots of different shows that are like a trajectory, like a kind of like path on the different shows that you can go on.
Here's my wish list for Love is Blind. I wish that UK, US, as it stands now, I wish they just picked a resort and dropped all the singles there. All of them.
That would be sick.
Oh, yeah. All of them. And just have a resort. I want to see who's walking the hallway at 2 a.m. I want to see all of it. Just have a whole resort with just them. But Freddie had enough time between filming and now to get the doors hanging. But Benaya has a podcast and he was a guest.
Oh, was he? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Sonia. Jeez. That's a lot. No, they're not the same job, Ezra. They're not.
My thing with Freddie, here's why I said that, because anybody in that field, and then this is just my perception, is like you can put on the sadness and empathy on cue. I don't know if it's real.
Yeah.
That your somberness is on call.
Yeah. But we didn't.
But I'm pessimistic, so I'm not the person really to be, like, oh yeah, he'll be perfect. No, as you saw my sarcastic comments, I'm just.
No, I do like. I've got a soft spot for Freddie. I do. I think.
Have we seen him exciting? Have we seen him laugh out like a belly laugh? I mean, really? Where?
Yeah, I'm sure we have.
Okay.
I don't know, but I've met him in real life. and he's fine.
Of course, he's beautiful.
Why has he got to laugh so much anyway? He's a man. Shouldn't even be laughing.
There's something about Freddie that is why the ladies are running away from him.
Oh no! Don't say that. Don't say that.
There's something, because if Freddie, as handsome as he is, as very family oriented, he has a wonderful, relationship with his family and his brother. Yeah. He is now a homeowner. There is something about Freddie why the ladies aren't, laying out to be pick-me's for him. Why is he still single?
I think they are. I think that the job is probably like a big thing. And also as well, I don't buy this whole like, oh, I'm just sweet Freddie, do you know what I mean? I don't buy that. I think he is being choosy too.
Right. He could be a Calvin Klein model right now with his poster in the middle of Times Square.
Yeah, he could. He's a good looking man. He is.
Right. And he's what, in LA now? He's doing the Ollie route?
Oh yeah. Yeah, so he must have that deal. So apparently, sorry, I can't even remember what my source is on this, but apparently, what's her name? Tony does know someone from production. Tony from Love Island UK. Allegedly, she actually does know someone from production. So I swear to God, I believe I was right. I said from the beginning, that I think that Tony has got the it's my birthday. I want my birthday to be on Love Island and win package.
Gotcha.
I believe that that's the case because it's come out that she does, and they want to do like a show with her, like her in Vegas. But it looks like she doesn't want to leave the UK, and I was thinking why. But anyway,
it's my opinion is saying you're blinded by your crush for Freddie, because has Freddie had any ex-girlfriends come out and say anything? Isn't that strange?
Why is that strange?
As handsome as he is, okay, as a good boy Freddie as he is, no exes have come out to compliment or complain.
Oh God, guys, we have to be able to have joy. We have to be able to have a little bit of joy, just a tiny bit.
Okay. Freddie for the win. Yay.
Honestly, no, he can't be another wrong'un. I can't, like, they can't all be wrong'uns because I will never. I'm just hanging on to my faith in men, like by a thread.
Well, the wonderful thing is you met him. You had time with him.
Yeah, even though
the crush is still there.
Yes.
Okay.
I was hella blushing. Oh my gosh, that was hilarious. But yeah.
You see, I would, I'm sorry. When I was in my dating phase, I would never go for a Freddie, only because I know what's coming at him, and I don't like too pretty.
I know what you mean. Like, I think I've got a soft spot, but like.
To me, Freddie, Sam, in looks, it's all your upkeep is gonna be high.
Yeah. Because I've dated a couple of like really, really good looking men. Like objectively, no matter where you go across race, like people are just like, he is fine. Yeah. And it is
There's
a lot
more to him, but all people see is fine.
Yeah. It is a lot. It's actually a lot. One in particular, oh my God.
I used to more date like a Jed. Enough flavor, okay? That family roast.
Yeah.
But more, rugged, more,
yeah.
You got some scars because you've been,
might have been in a little fight. Yeah. little rough around the edges, So oh God. But no, pretty boys, that's my weakness. But but not
the rough and rugged.
No, not well. Actually, I don't mind them either. To be honest, I don't mind it either, but I'm not as nice to them.
Because they're battle worn warriors, so you don't need to be gentle with them. But they do need gentle as well. Do you understand?
I do understand that, but I don't know.
I have to tell you, when I was in my, very dark dating phase, in that I was just as bad, if not worse than Javen, okay? Hey, because of that, I will play on the sensitivity. It's like I would, send that, real rugged dude. I'd send him flowers at work.
Oh, serious?
Heck yeah. Because he wouldn't expect it. But he don't know that, the florist is a cousin of mine. He don't know that, But it's a great way of, one, marking your territory at work. And two, he will be shocked. There's several times you'll hear a man say, no one has sent me flowers. But that was a dark time. That's when I was on player Javen time. Okay,
right. I need to do story times.
Oh no, I want to do it in my membership. There's several stories. They're like, we need that story. Like, yeah.
Boy, I've lived many lives. That's all I can say. I've lived many freaking lives. But yeah, I don't know. I just went through phases. There was just phases where I just like, nah, I don't really care for your opinion.
Well, here's to the Freddie phase being still in session.
Yes, Freddie's phase is still there. So yeah, it's all good. Sora says the guy is fine, but funeral director is not a career. We would see someone like him, and then all of a sudden, reality TV is his personality. I know. Freddie and Lucy are dating. Who's Lucy?
Tanya, now you have turned her sights on Lucy.
I want to see who Lucy is. But yeah. What are you doing for the rest of the day, Alcid? Lucy from Perfect Match.
Yeah, I have the Project Runway live at 5.
Oh yes, yeah.
And I'm preparing for the unsolicited advice maybe tomorrow at noon.
Cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I usually spend the weekend preparing all my thumbnails for the week because I just prepare them all and I just change. Earlier today I just finished the thumbnails for Brazil and France.
Okay, cool. All right. So you do them in advance?
Yeah, I do my thumbnails in advance. Because I just keep the standard one so people can always find me, and I just change the episode number. So I have a standard, and I just make sure that this S1, S2, or E1, E2, I just make sure it's all the same, and it'll focus on, people will know continuity. So
yeah. I think it's kind of, I always kind of like debate that in terms of like having a standardized one or having like more kind of like the emotional pictures from the episode. If I'm doing like episode type thing,
right? But you see, Love Island gives you a lot, so I can understand you doing different thumbnails for each thing that happened that day for Love Island. I could see that it gives you a lot. But mine is weekly shows, and the weekly shows don't need all that.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true, actually. It's true. But yeah, next week we will do Love is Blind again. And I wanted to talk about a thing as well. I can't even remember what was it. Do you know what? To be fair, it was just a nice interview, but Orlandria was on. Someone told me it earlier. We're Only Cyrus or something. We're Closed Cyrus. Miley Cyrus's mum's podcast, and that was it was a really nice podcast for her to be on, basically. And she kind of just talked about her Southern roots and how much I didn't know, that there was such I had hints of it, but I didn't know there was such a complex on like, or people had such a complex on like sounding Southern in other parts of America. Like she said that she saw her video, or saw the first episode, and she was like, ew, because she didn't like the way she sounded. And Miley Cyrus's mum was just like, it's only in the last couple of years that I've been actually confident with the way I sound, because she's Southern too. Well, she's from East Kentucky or something, so I don't know if that's deep South or not.
It's not deep South, but it is considered Southern.
Okay.
Kentucky, remember the young lady Hannah?
Yes.
Hannah
Yeah.
from or was she West Virginia? They're not too far from each other, West Virginia and Kentucky.
Hannah does not sound Southern.
Exactly. So you see how it, they code switch.
Right. So it's like so in the UK, it's like people from up north. Sometimes when they come to London, well, I can only talk about London, like they will soften their accent, or they will change it all together or completely. Or like, you don't like watch Love Island like that. But Georgia, not Harrison. Which one? One of the Georgias, she's changed her whole entire voice. She did not sound like that a couple of years ago, but she sounds more like she's from the South now.
Do you watch the Housewives of Atlanta? Or are you familiar with Phaedra Parks?
Yes.
Phaedra, at the beginning she had a very heavy Southern accent when she was with Apollo. Now you barely hear it.
Really?
And she's from Georgia.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't know it was like that deep like that.
Well, I think it also too is for basically publishing and production and stuff like that. If you wish to, that's how they view it. If you wish to garner a more international audience or whatever, if you don't have that much of a drawl, it certainly can, change the impact. Because I'm sure there are some actors, from the UK that maybe their accent isn't as heavy anymore.
Yeah, like mainly Northerners. And maybe if someone's like particularly like Cockney or something, like we don't really, but it's more like the Essex accent is probably taken over as like the popular UK accent and stuff. But if you're like from, that's the ones I see the most, like Northerners. So like whether you're from like Liverpool or Manchester, it's like they soften their accent and stuff. So yeah.
Understood.
It's interesting. So, but it's the opposite way. So, in America, they're trying to sound northern. Like, the UK, they're trying to sound southern. Adele softened her accent. Do you think Adele sounds like Adele? She's from London.
I think also to my ear, and again, it's a American / West Indian ear. I think now Idris Elba sounds like he softened up a bit.
Okay, what do you mean?
Meaning when I was introduced to him was back in the day with The Wire. Yes, he had a Baltimore accent for the show, but I'm talking about when he did interviews, he had a very heavy UK accent to my ear. And now when I hear him, it's a little more the Queen's English. You know what I'm saying? It's like he lightened it up a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, to be fair. I don't watch enough of him. But like it wouldn't be surprising me. Because even in over here, we do code switch as well. So we have like more of obviously a casual way of talking to each other. And then if we're like in a professional setting, then we'll change our accent. But I don't know if you're not necessarily change our, kind of is slightly change your accent a little bit. Yes, it is. Because you'll pronounce your words more efficiently and you change your language as well.
As a response, that's a good thought that his wife is Canadian. So maybe he picked up, a bit of that. Maybe. Because I mean, if you hear my mother and grandmother, you would barely think, I have a West Indian background.
No, I can't hear your West Indian.
Exactly. Right. You know.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting because I guess you guys wouldn't necessarily know that we.
No, we wouldn't. I just noticed when I hear an actor sound different. Like, wait a minute, his old interviews sound different from his current interviews. It's just, you know. But then I'm a detail person. Like, I picked up on Kieran not actually proposing. I'm a very detailed person. I'm like, because when I heard, because as I say, I just listened to stuff. And until the person said, "Oh, it's Idris Elba," I said, "That doesn't sound like him."
Yeah.
So, but
no, it's interesting because you'll be like, talking, and you'll be like, yes, and so today, and then you start speaking a little bit more like this. But that depends who you're talking to. But like, as you get older, you shouldn't really feel the need to do that as much. You know, like people should. I think you grow out of it.
I'm still growing out of it, I guess.
I mean, like, I'm not. Yeah, I guess.
My friends who know me knows that when I put on, that means I'm coming with some foolishness. They know. They're like, why is she turn that up a notch?
If you want to get something done, or sometimes on the phone. Sometimes on the phone, I put on my proper British accent.
My husband looks at me, or sometimes leaves the room when I want to get something done, and you say proper. I put on a voice that he said, would just be like honey. I put on this. He's like, that is not you. That it's you, but it doesn't sound like you. I said, yes, but I have to have a flair to kind of entice the person to give me what I want when I ask for it.
Yeah.
That's all. He's like, it shouldn't take all that.
No, it shouldn't. But especially, I don't, obviously over here, we have a class. People are classist, man.
That's what I learned. That's why I love doing the international shows. I want to learn how people date internationally, as you said. For the UK, I'm looking at people and I'm like, why is that an issue? And as you said, I learned that it is a class thing. It may not necessarily be a skin color thing. It could be, but another layer is class. Just like Argentina taught me a lot about South America and how they date. And there's certain talents that a man should have that if he doesn't, they would write him off. So it's like very, very interesting. It's like Sweden. Your last name means a lot.
Oh, yeah?
They had, a whole thing, the young lady hyphenating her name because her name had a lineage all the way back to the Vikings and his name. And I understood it based on their conversation. So I love learning about the other cultures and what actually is important to them.
Yeah. Nice. It is interesting. I wish I had more hours in the day, but yeah, I'll just have to watch your reviews.
What are you up to for the rest of the day?
Today, I'm going out for my walk. So I'm doing this walking challenge at the moment. I think, Dammy, you're doing it as well, right? So I'm in the beginners group. So I have to do like 12,000 steps a day at the moment. So yeah, I haven't done any today. So yeah, that's what I'm going to go and do. And then I'm going to watch Foundation because I freaking love that show. Oh my God. It's a new episode out. It's like dystopia / sci-fi.
Okay. I watch Alone for that.
Alone? What's that?
It's on the History Channel. And if you don't want to watch it, my recaps have photos. So it's where they take participants who are allowed only 10 items. And they drop them in a location and they have to survive longer than the last person. So they have to create their fire, get their water, build shelter. And it's because I won't do it. I'm not going to do it. So I'm fascinated by what people know, how they hunt, how they, do certain things.
Yeah.
And this time it's in South Africa. That's why I'm covering it.
Okay. Wow.
Time, but I never cover it. But they dropped them in South Africa, and I was like, somebody's going to get bit or stung by something and have to be medevaced,
Wow.
But, it is very interesting. We're down to the final 3 participants, and I think next week should be the finale, but they're not telling us. But yeah, I love to see those survival shows. I would love to go to a survival camp and learn more.
Yeah. Wow.
If your what is it? Dystopia happens.
Yeah.
I
So you know what you need to do.
I need to know what to do. How do I filter the water? How do I hunt? How do I gather?
No, but for real though, for real, I should be learning something. To be fair, because I watched so many of them. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really, really like them.
Right. I need to know how to use that bow and arrow. I need
Seriously. There's so many. There's so many. I feel that's a state of affairs, actually, to be fair. Like people think that is nigh. People always think the end is nigh anyway. Do you know what I mean? Every generation.
Hey, I have my West Indian background where we, know how to handle the, small animals that we would have, chickens or whatever. I mean, we have family with those things. We didn't have it ourselves, but at least we know how to do that.
Yeah, I can do that bit as well, actually. Yeah, I can prepare a chicken from scratch. I could do that.
Yeah, my children know how to, prepare a Cornish hen, ahead of,
Yeah.
You need to know how it gets to your table.
You
need to know how you get to your table. So I'm that's why I say I'm raising young men to be the head of their own household, and they need to be able to manage the food from scratch.
No, it's good. It's good actually, because it does worry me that most people don't. Hey, Simmer, how you doing? I think we're actually going to wrap up now, to be fair. Because I'm looking at the time, it's like nearly 4 hours. Wow. I guess this is what I do on a Saturday now. So yeah, I haven't watched yet, so dropping a like. Oh, thank you so much, Simmer. And you're in for a treat. Maybe a little bit of brave baiting. Hi and bye, love it. But yeah, thank you so much, Elsid. Appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do. Always reminding people to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff as well. Yeah, please drop your link in one more time in the chat so people know where to be. You're on mute if you're talking. I don't know if you are. Oh yeah, there you go.
No, I wasn't talking, but yes, I did. I thought you were wrapping up. I didn't want to disturb.
No worries. But yeah, thank you guys as well for joining. I will be back next week, Saturday. Hopefully before that time, you guys will see some new developments on my page. So I'm looking to do membership soon to get my store up, and also to start my new pod as well, and have my vlog black and running too. But we're going to take our time throughout the month anyway, and see where we get with things. But yeah, appreciate all of you. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel so you never miss a like and a live. And yeah, I'll see you next week. Okay. All right then. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.